Click clack on the chit chat. We are live on a Monday night. This is not something we've done, I don't think, ever on a Monday night hangout. And look at this. A crew is already assembled. Wonder Twin powers activate. You know what I'm saying? So we got Eric, a Lions fan, in the house. We got Bumpy in the house, Bumpy Beer Reviews. We got Craig, Kemp Beer Reviews. We got Average Joe, the Beer Patrol. And then we got Ewart in the house. Ewart, you don't have a channel, right?
No.
Okay. And we have Todd, who doesn't have, you guys know Todd don't have a channel. So but great
channel power.
Always great cast members to have. So don't know what's going to happen tonight. Everybody's been drinking. Joe's been on a roll already. He's like going after it hard tonight.
I'm great. I don't know what you're talking
wasted.
about. What the fuck are you talking about? I just like your introductions. We got Eric from Eric, a Lions fan. We got Bumpy from Bumpy Road. We got Craig from Kemp Beer Reviews. We got Ewart and Todd.
I'm used to it.
I didn't say it like that.
You kind of did. You kind of did.
You were so pumped up, and then I came to Ewart, and you're like, we got Ewart from. Does he have a channel?
No channels.
Well, I didn't know if Ewart had a channel now, but we got Ewart actually using his camera, which you don't usually catch. So that's a special thing right there. So take that, Maxwell Star.
Yeah, fuck you, Nick.
Sorry. And
so you're saying you haven't watched any of Ewart's videos then, huh?
No,
I have stuff.
No, he doesn't. It's all fucking offline and hidden away.
I got stuff.
It's all unlisted.
It is all unlisted.
It's like a treasure hunt trying to find them.
And then I'm trying to pull up the comment area. I got Joe here too. Joe, you see any comments?
I'm fucking on top of this like all the time except for never. We got Eclipse Brewing. He says, "Hey,
what's happening, Steven?"
Steven says, "Hey," and then he says, "What a panel."
I know it could get crazy tonight.
That could be taken many different ways. I'm going to take it as
Steven's got that art. He's got that arch cush. Yeah, boy.
And then Eastwind Farm says, "Sir," and then he says, "Gentlemen."
What's up, Chris? Are you still in Oakland, by the way? He was in Oakland. He started out Saturday at his house, and then that afternoon he's in Oakland at his buddy's house at a barbecue. So he just shot cross country from New Hampshire.
Interesting. Yeah, that's crazy. Joe Gansel followed over and says, "Hi, sons."
Cheers, Joe. Welcome.
And then Eric Gilbert hammered.
Eric Gilbert.
Hammered, mind you, says, "Cheers."
Good old Gilbert.
I'm done.
All right, you're done. You got to turn off
the two Erics are nemesis to each other.
Whichever one likes coconut's fine by me. The other one, shit, don't want to talk to him.
Coconut
then,
the devil.
I got Paul messaging me. Is Paul off tonight? Maybe get Paul in here as well.
I believe he said he was. Yeah.
All right.
Is this a drinking night for Paul?
No, he's off for well, he drank the other day as a cheat day, but I think he's not drinking right now.
Yeah,
I thought he just posted in Joe's channel that he had a case. He drank a full case.
No, he was talking about it. I think in the back in the day of the Aventinas, I think he said he had a case. But I would be surprised if he does have a case and he's drinking it right now, even though it's supposed to be a dry month, right, Paul? Fuck.
Well, Paul's on his way now, so that'll be 8. Great. So
about to get wild in here.
And so if anybody else is looking for a link, you better speak up now or forever hold your peace. Because it's going to hit 10 rather quick. So Eastwind, if you went in, I don't know if you're back home or not. If you went in, let us know, or anybody else. Joe Gilbert needs to come in at some point. He needs to get the camera and come on the show.
Yeah, if I agree with you.
From the world champion Toronto Raptors area up there in Ontario.
Yeah, good job to the Raptors. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It only took a few broken down Warriors to pull it off, but hey, a win is a win.
You win how you can win, man.
You take it. Take it.
Excuses. They fucking won it.
Maybe Durant should think about getting another Achilles, like 3 of them total. I don't know.
Hey, there's the man.
Hey, there's Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah. How you doing,
Nothing too much. Nothing much.
What's the coffee flavor today?
Beer.
Oh, he is drinking.
So much for the dry month.
I don't think prize, Paul. Good job.
I got some bad news today.
You can have multiple cheat days.
All right.
I got this beer, this Sheets beer, this IPA with coffee in it. And I was like, well, I better drink it before it gets old.
Is that the one
So-
you're gonna send to me? A Sheets beer, or Sheets coffee beer? That's
Yeah,
Coffee IPA. Awesome.
How is it?
yeah. It's
It's about
actually, you know what? Remember, to give you a good example, I like it, and I like the other one too. But do you remember the Mocha IPA from Stone?
Yeah,
It's like that.
I fucking like that beer a
I
lot.
like the Mocha IPA. That was
Yeah.
my favorite
There you
one for now.
Well, fucking then, yeah, sign me up then. That's
It's not maybe not as bombastically vibrant as that one, but it's still reminiscent of it. So it's good.
there's not too many Stone beers I liked anymore. That's like probably one of the last ones I
Well,
really enjoyed from them.
And this is the only beer Sheets collabed with. So I mean, this is the first one. So, and I know Joe likes Sheets, so I wanted to send it to him.
I don't know about their coffee though. That's crazy now.
The
This is crazy.
Sumatra coffee is my favorite coffee from them.
Now,
Science?
it was so long ago that I had this beer. Do you guys remember the Northwest beer from the Deadliest Catch? I think it was Stone that did it.
No,
No, Rogue had the Captain C because I've had that one from Deadliest Catch. Was there another one?
Yeah, I think it was.
Rogue may have done another one of them, but I had the one dedicated to Captain C.
I can't remember if it was Rogue or if it was Stone. That's what I'm having trouble with. But I really liked it. It was a great I think it was classified as a pale ale, but it came off as like an IPA. It was fantastic, but I haven't seen it in like 7 years.
Jesus,
Had to be Stone then.
Well, it might be Rogue.
it could be Rogue or Stone.
It was great. It wasn't Rogue.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point, Todd. That's a good point. I'm not going to say that, but that's a good point.
I mean, they could have messed up and had one. You never know.
You mean to tell me you never had a good Rogue beer? None of them?
No, I've had
all
one,
the
maybe
good
two.
road beers I've had that are like, this is a good beer. I had in Portland at Rogue.
At Rogue, yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
fresh.
they had a cold. Was it cold pressed coffee?
Yeah, the cold pressed coffee I like. Yeah.
Was really good, and then like the crustacean that the barley wine was really good.
Crustacean, yeah.
Their mocha porter I always enjoyed.
I like their imperial stout. They had an imperial stout that I found it was on the shelf because PA Fresh. It was 5 years old, and
That's almost a 6-year Brooklyn.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Eric.
Do that again, guys.
Eric, you just gotta look at dates, buddy. Big deal.
Buddy.
Yeah, maybe like some coconut at some point, maybe.
Oh, but that coconut in there.
How about coconut?
Did they used to have a beer called Yellow Snow?
They did.
Yeah, they did the
Yeah,
yellow
that-
stuff.
The last
I mean,
rogue beer I
actually
had
like-
was probably 12 years ago, and I liked it.
Yeah, that
Listen,
was,
Yeah, that
that
was
was
bad.
a long time ago.
I don't think Rogue makes bad beer. The problem is their value sucks in comparison to everyone else. They're really expensive for the quality of their beer. That's what
I think
always
one
thought.
thing about Rogue that around where I live is they got inundated heavy when they first came in. Everyone carried them. Everyone carried everything they had, and they overstocked the shelves. And then as soon as the month went by where everyone got to try one, they were like, "All right, we're done." And so it just sat there for years and years, all over the place. And you could still probably find the first 2009 Rogues sitting somewhere just rotting.
Those little nip bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some that came out. I'm not sure how true it was, but there was some employees that said that they weren't treated fairly at Rogue as well. That they didn't pay them on time, and they
Jesse,
did weird things.
super negative, but I would believe it. I totally.
Yeah, they had
believe
some
it.
issues with
Fuck
management
Rogue.
there. I know too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I always thought their beer was solid. It was just like the value. Around here, like back when I started getting into craft, it would be Rogue. It would be like the West Coast beer. So you'd have Rogue next to like Lagunitas, like right on the next shelf. And I was like, Lagunitas shit's super cheap and delicious. Rogue, pretty solid, double the price. Why the fuck would I ever buy Rogue in that situation? And I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Well, that's the
Thank-
thing is around here at Rogue were only bombers. That's it.
Yeah, here too.
All the
Same here.
beers were bombers.
Yep.
So it was all $9.99 plus for
Yeah.
everything.
And everybody else was cheaper. Like everybody was like, even Stone bombers were like $6.99, $7.99. Lagunitas $4.99, $5.99. So he's like, you're comparing.
that
True.
Imperial Stout and stuff, like the DIPA, the Imperial Stout and that barley wine or whatever that came out in those weird sealable top bottles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were $26 plus here.
Jesus,
yeah.
that's gross on a scale of 1 to fuck Rogue.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
for
what
me,
you guys
they
need?
always-
I mean, the
You
most
guys needed the
expensive
Rod
beer I
J
bought
deals.
was
That's what you needed.
24.
You needed some of the Rod J deals.
Yeah, I know.
Rod, nobody gets those but you, buddy. I'm literally going out.
See, the thing is, like in PA, when I get a Rod J deal, they call the cops because it's called theft.
Yeah. I would say
It's a little different.
the only Rod J like deal, and you can attest to this, is Rodenbach's Caricature Rouge in Canada in 750 milliliter bottles for $8.75 Canadian, which I think is
$4.10.
yeah, it's like $3 American, maybe $2. I don't know. It's like $6.50, but it's cheap.
Canadian for a Rochefort 10.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing. All the Belgian imports in Canada, especially in Ontario, are fucking dirt cheap in comparison to the States, and it's totally worth it without question.
Probably
I
one
believe
of the
I got
best
a Rod J deal.
deals.
I have a video coming up on it. I believe I got a Rod J deal.
Ooh.
Let's
Now,
not make
this-
crazy
if
claims. We can't back up, Jesse.
If I don't stamp it, it ain't a Rod J deal.
we can find out right now because Joe, you know single cut, right? In prices.
Oh yeah.
probably?
So does Paul. Paul and I hate fucking single cup prices. We like their beer. The prices suck.
All right. So we just started getting single cut in New Hampshire, and I went to my craft beer store. I always pretty much go to unless I have to go to another one just because I'm short on time. But I got Heavy Boots of Lead by Single Cut.
Yeah, which isn't very good anyway.
You didn't think it was very good?
I like
No,
it.
it's not.
Paul's crazy.
Well, I really liked it.
It's a bit thin.
Everything's fucking thin, Paul.
Everything's thin to Paul, Jesse. So.
Whatever. It's fucking motor oil.
Don't let that detract you.
So
And it was only 700 degrees.
Was it cans or was
the
it
register,
bottles?
and the girl goes to ring it in, and it's not ringing in. So she goes and grabs another single cut brew, which was like a session IPA thing. She goes ring that, it's not ringing in. She goes, I'm just gonna price it at $9.99. So was that a Rod J deal for a single cut? 4-pack, $9.99.
I think,
What's that 4-pack of single cut usually go for?
So
That-
you
that can-
got 2 free cans.
Yeah, that can's like $7.99, $8.99. So you basically got the entire 4-pack.
They changed. It was, or I saw it here too. Once they repackaged it in the cans, it went from like $8 a bottle to like $4.99 or something like a can.
The
around
can's
here.
still here was like $7.99, $6.99. I think
Yeah.
the bottles were $10, but that's New York.
So
I mean,
you're saying what, like a 4-pack, like 20?
Yeah,
So you got like half off?
No,
Can
not
put
yeah,
half
no,
off.
and more than
Rod
more
J
than
asked.
that. Yeah,
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know.
It's gonna hurt Rod's feelings.
I got a Rod J. I got a Rod J memory. We'll call them Rod J memories now. I got a Rod J. I remember I got a call from my local distro over here, and she said, "Hey, someone's complaining about this one beer. They say it doesn't taste right." And I went over there. It was Dreamweaver, and I cracked open the bottle. She said she brought back the case, and she usually doesn't do that, but the person was arguing, so she gave her money back. And I drank one. I said, this tastes like Dreamweaver. This is just way. Maybe the person didn't know what they were buying, but this tastes like Dreamweaver. And she goes, "Well, they're getting older, and I want to get rid of them. So here's 3 cases. You can have them. Just take them from me. $15 a case." So I got 3 cases of beer for $50. That's a Rod J.
That's a very Rod deal. That's a Rod J deal.
Yeah.
I mean, a little higher. I mean, we can get some cases here for $12.99, but you know, it's still in the Rod J deal range. Upper range.
They're like $45 here in PA.
Yeah.
So I figure that's a Rod J deal.
You guys are all pieces of shit. I'm going to read comments because this is terrible. Eclipse says, Rod, can you not afford a glass? Just kidding.
Oh, well, that's whiskey in there, son. I got the beer in the glass. I'm in Kentucky. Mason jars are used everywhere.
I cut out the middleman. I drink right from the bottle. I don't know what the fuck you doing.
We've had that on the show once with Donna. Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yes, we did. Yes,
It's been a minute.
Shout out to Eric, a Lions fan, with this comment, but Eric Gilbert, you know, Eric against Eric, he says, "Go Pack, go." But also you were, because you were a Lions fan too. So
that's right.
2 Lions fans. Fucking
Let's
what is
make
this?
it right.
This is the worst fucking stream ever.
Yeah.
No Bears in the house.
Fuck the Bears.
No Bears.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought both Lions fans in the same chat at the same time?
I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna blow your
All
mind.
two of them.
I'm gonna blow your
I
mind.
say like losers
go ahead, go.
do congregate. I mean, that's what happens.
Listen, not only two in the chat, but then Joe Gansel, the viewer, he comments all the time, good dude. He's also from Michigan, and he also says, "Go Lions."
Oh, there's three of them now.
What is even happening right now?
Why don't they always, I don't understand why people don't ever finish their sentence. Go to hell, Lions. Like, just finish the sentence.
Christ.
The Lions should have won something by now with talent they've had over the years.
Okay.
We had our chance in '93 or '94. We missed it. So,
Fucking
Yeah,
25
right.
years ago, it's done. Eric Gilbert, because he's on topic, just randomly says coconut curry is amazeballs sons. Just out of nowhere, because that's what Eric
you get a
Gilbert.
coconut, Joe. You're right.
Yeah.
Hashtag drain pour
Ooh.
all coconut.
Eric, I'm gonna need you to step down.
I like chicken curry.
So how is that IPA colada?
Not good.
Oh yeah, wait. Is that the
Was that
evil
evil
twin?
twin?
The evil twin.
Wait, I don't know. It's weird.
No, that tastes
like
like
evil-
suntan lotion. Is what it tasted like.
Too much coconut?
Tastes like a pina colada.
Yeah, but like a fake one.
Yeah, very fake.
Yeah.
Whoa. Who's gonna get the third Maple Mistress sent to them for the chat for the review? Who wants it?
I have no idea. We're supposed to review that together.
Oh yeah, I'm sending one to Rod. I'm sending one to Joe. Someone else has to review this. I was thinking.
Arby's?
Lions fan, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't trust Eric's palate based on his fucking hate of coconut. I don't know.
Leave it up to the people in the comments to vote for who should get it.
Yeah.
I'll say that the Maple Mistress won a pumpkin showdown that I had on my channel.
Because it's
some years
fucking
ago.
delicious. It's delicious, Ewart. That's why. It's a fucking
Okay.
great pumpkin, whatever. It's not really pumpkin, though. It's butternut squash. So
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Not
butternut
fair.
squash.
that's
Yep.
cheating. It's cheating.
Butternut?
All right, there are a lot of fucking comments. Let me continue to read them. Eric Gilbert, if you want to chime in because you're used to the comments, then I'll read your comments.
No, I don't like commenters.
You always comment. You should know.
Eric
Eric Gilbert.
worst.
Eric Gilbert says you knocking Omar, Paul, and I don't know if Paul responded to him when you said you're drinking the Pilsner from
I
them.
said, that good old Omar Pilsner.
Yeah, he said, Eric Gilbert's asking, are you knocking it? You knocking it?
No. I'm just
Yeah.
making fun of you because you're drunk.
Not yet. I want to be.
Not you.
John and Nilly says, cheers, Rod J, and all. Happy Monday night. Cheers.
Cheers, John.
John Watson shows up, says, who's been drinking beer? Who's been drinking? Me too. Didn't even just ask the question, instantly said me too. So
I still got 2 spots too, by the way, if anybody wants to try to jump in.
Everybody's been drinking except for the ones that have not.
which is nobody, right? I don't know. I feel like we're all drinking. Hopefully we're all drinking.
Yeah.
One of the best usernames I've seen in the chats, never trust a skinny chef. Shane says, hello.
Yeah, what's up, Shane?
Oh, man, that's great. Eclipse says, John, nice review. I love Le Fin du Monde. And he responds with, John says, Le Fin du Monde is a world-class brew. All the Unibrew beers I've had, he's tried has been exceptional. Which
my favorite still is Trois Pistoles. That's still my absolutely favorite.
Yep. Jason Forty shows up and says,
Modi is my favorite, but
yeah, Modi.
Yeah, but yeah,
They're all pretty fucking good though. Like those are all just regular. Like aren't those mostly year-round offerings? Like all 3 of those.
Yep.
Yeah,
they're always
pretty much.
shelf turds, so to speak. Jason Forty says, a lot of breweries whoring their product in the comments.
wow.
You're a whore.
Eric Gilbert says the other half sniper with another Ontario Brew Sons. Yeah, this isn't good. The Sweetwater Brewing Company peanut butter shake is average at best, and you know this, Eric Gilbert. So
shit, Joe.
yeah, it's not good. It's like I'll drink
Sweetwater
it.
peanut butter shake? I don't think I've ever had that one.
Yeah, it's fucking some Whitewater Brewing Company. I've never heard of them until I saw this beer, and I don't want to ever hear about it again. Have you ever had anything else from me except for that?
No, that was enough.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm done.
You get
Fair.
suck on my
If I
Whitewater.
can get this one fresh to you, Joe.
The G13 now. I'm about the G13.
When rhinos fly, you got to send that to the albino rhino because it'll be all about that.
I'm not sending this to Canada. I'll send it to you. You can send it to him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Joe will just drive right over and deliver it.
I'll drink
Yeah.
it. I'll drink it on camera and taunt him. Does
No,
that work?
he'll actually he'll drive up to his house, open it, and pour it on the fucking road, give him the finger, and drive
Yeah.
away because he's just.
Come over the river.
Oh, so close! Oh, fuck you! And that's it.
Oh, man.
Just give me an empty can, you know. Just,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, just a little.
It is, Craig.
Fucking Craig always chiming in. He's always good time.
Yeah, Craig.
Earth says, "Is this Monday or the weekend?" I'm confused. We're all confused. We have no idea. John and Neely says,
It's the unemployed power hour.
It's my Friday night. I just finished work today. I'm off until Saturday.
Well, there you go. So
That's a nice little week ahead of you.
Noise.
John and Neely says, "Dang, I was trying to get Bumpy to go live earlier. Didn't realize he was hanging out with all you cool cats. I'd love to join you guys sometime."
Well, Nilly, I just said, do you want in?
Yeah, come on in.
I'm
You
about
be the
45
last
pounds
spot.
behind.
The Earth's about to come in.
Earth says, "You first, killer." I don't. Maybe because Jason Forey said came up in Earth. Cam up Earth. He's saying cam up to Earth, but he said Earth as in URTH. I was confused for a second. You know,
Earth.
Yeah, Earth.
Earth.
Eric Gilbert says Rogue is shit. Now Rouge River is the shit. You know anything about Rouge River? You were fucking hiding his face again. John Watson says he's drinking Natty Daddies. It's like drinking water and pee. Slight dash of vinegar. It's 8% ABV, and it's like $8 for 15 packs. So it's like the perfect beer.
I was just saying that's like
Yeah.
drinking wife and beating.
But get that Natter Day, son.
No,
That
that-
Natter Day.
I've got to go back and say scientists are saying that Earth is getting wetter.
Not a day science.
You saying Earth is getting wetter?
yeah.
Every time he
yeah.
sees Joe,
Every
he
time,
gets a little
Jesse.
more wetter.
We'll let Earth talk about that when he gets here.
I want to see Paul review Natter Day. I reviewed it. It goes up later this week, but I'd be curious to see what Paul says. I already know what Paul's going to say, but I'd still be curious to see what Paul says.
I want to
Natter
see
Day.
It's a bit thin, yeah. No, it's a bit thin. John Neely says Rogue makes good beer. The distribution sucks in Georgia, and I agree they are way overpriced for what you get. I think that's the general consensus. Their beers aren't bad, but when you can take into consideration the value, they're shit.
There are times when they release stuff like a boysenberry mead and like something
Oh,
off
yeah,
the
those-
wall that you can't get. Like I get stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it's very interesting. But you also again like you have that kind of a double-edged sword where they might release something interesting, blah blah blah. They overstock it. The next thing you know, you walk into a place. Oh, cool, that's awesome. Oh, it's 6 years old, and it's all crap
that's the
now.
backwoods of PA. That's what that is. The backwoods of PA, Paul.
I do have to say I'm gonna stick up for Rogue. Everything I've had from Rogue has not been as bad as this beer.
Are you sticking up for Rogue or are you just shitting on Berkshire? Like it's
That's a good compliment.
Yeah.
it's one of the two, Jesse, or maybe both.
That's what I was say. I will. I'm going to stick up for Goose Island. Budweiser sucks. I mean, like it's just.
I'm not even sure if that makes sense, but I'm into it.
Nice backhand compliment.
I love their chilada though.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Segue into a great comment. Jason Horry says, "Was Rogue always so expensive?" See, everybody just knows they're expensive.
No, I mean, well, never mind.
Paul is the only guy who
I don't need to pay that much, but
Jason Voorhees continues with Paul is the only guy who reviews obscure Lithuanian beers that show up at a random liquor store in the middle of nowhere.
That's not true. I got them free from someone who knew them.
I knew a guy that knew a guy.
Yeah.
John Watson says, "Don't he's the guy that has the $8 15 pack of Natty Daddies, or was it Natty Daddies? I believe it's
Natty Daddies, yeah.
He says, "Don't talk about it, be about it. Chug, chug, chug."
I want to see him. I want to see if has he tried the Natter Day?
Who, John Watson? I guess we can
Yeah,
ask
I
him.
wonder, John, have you tried the Natter Day?
Mr.
really-
Watson. Or
He said,
Randy Watson.
Randy Watson.
Yeah.
Actual chocolate, Randy Watson.
That boy good.
Be crazy. A beer called Ham Sandwich.
Coming to America is a fucking fantastic movie, without a shadow of a doubt. They're actually making a part 2, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm kind of wonder if it's going to hold up though.
Yeah, I don't know. If Eddie Murphy is willing to be like Eddie Murphy circa the 80s, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought he was kind of clean cut in that one now.
I don't know. That's a fucking fantastic movie, though. Fantastic.
There was a lot of money he made from Nutty Professor. That's why I think he stayed that way.
I could see that. John Neely says, I'm not a big fan of Dead Guy Ale from Rogue. Actually,
Never have been.
he says it's very medicinal and medicinal with the bitterness and not great in quality. It's been a long time since I've had that.
See, I like that guy.
But
I like
it's
the excess
It's
that
fun to
guy.
have like during October near Halloween. You know?
Yeah, I'm more a fan of Dead Girls, but whatever. Yeah.
Not co-signed by the Rajay Beer Ventures channel of YouTube.
I know nothing
There's
about Paul's
actually
Pit.
there's a movie called Dead
Nothing
Girl.
about Paul's
So
Pit.
you've probably seen it, but it's called Dead Girl.
I don't watch that kind of filth. Anyway, I'll tell you what, Arrogant Bastard. I've never been a fan of Arrogant Bastard, but all the variants of Arrogant Bastard I love. But that's the base. I just not a big fan of. But all the barrel aged, the double lucky, all that shit, it's all good.
I've had the Berlin version of that, and I didn't like it at all.
No? It's a little bit too Prussian.
Yeah. I'll say.
Oh, fuck. Jason Voorhees says, how close to a Maybach or Hellesbach is their Dead Guy? Haven't had too many from Germany.
It's benign.
Not close at all.
That's a good question because it is a Maybach.
It's a Maybach. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really say I've had a lot of Maybachs straight from Germany. Like it's not a popular style in general in the States anyway.
Yeah, well, they do a lot in PA at various breweries because of the German heritage fucking shit. But yeah, I mean, it's
a Bach. It's a Bach that's brewed in May, so it makes it a
the
Maybach.
Springbach.
Get the fucking it is a Springbach. Great.
Is it extra hoppy? What's the difference between a regular Bach and that?
It's just lighter. It is lighter. It's a lot lighter, and it's more grassy. It's just Springbach.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe. It's just like so worthless of the style. I don't know. I'm gonna drink a lot of it to get drunk. I don't fucking go.
What you said, Jesse, is what I thought. And I'm looking it up here, just looking like the description. It's basically, it's a more hop centric. It says than traditional Bach beers. I mean, I don't know what it is, but like even hop centric for Bach beers probably isn't all that hot.
It's lighter and it's a lot more earthy and floral than the normal Bach beer. And the Bach beer is boring too. If you don't do double Bach, just don't do Bach.
Yeah, it's also called a Heller Bach, meaning
Heller.
Meaning pale Bach, which I don't think consider as close to the other ones.
This is very relatable for Paul. Steven Tunis shows up and says, I got a case free once. Case of crabs anyway. LOL. Ronnie S shows up and says, look at you, Bumpy.
Look at you, Bumpy.
Look at me.
Hey, look at him. Everybody look at him.
I want to say crabs are delicious when you make them in cake form.
No, crabs are delicious when you pick them up at the truck stop.
Shit, what the fuck? What is even happening? Ron, this is all on you. But also, Steve Tunis then continues with Go Pack Go. So we have 2 Packers fans in the comments and 3 total Lions fans, and I don't know what's going to happen.
The worst part is, I like
still not a Bears fan.
Packers.
And then Stephen Tunis says, Lions always go home for January. I see what he did there. They don't make the playoffs. I know. Yeah, what happens?
Playoffs.
So wait, what happened? Some Canadians in here, right?
There's one Canadian.
What happened in Toronto?
He's a half.
You were
not
really Canadian. He's kind of like South Detroiter.
Yeah,
South Detroiter.
More American than most of you.
Mm-hmm.
So the Raptors won something, and then all hell broke loose in Oakland or something.
They won the NBA title. If that's something.
People got shot.
It's a righteous party.
It's a Russian. It's like what happens when everybody wins.
What happened in St. Louis? Anything happened in St. Louis with the Blues winning?
No, I don't think they actually had any incidents.
I think a couple girls may have kissed or something. That's out there in St. Louis, I hear.
Another night at the club.
Eric Over says the Bears are gross. I don't know. He's like a vomit emoji. I guess they're gross.
I can't believe the team made out. That's crazy.
Earth says, shit, I'll take it if no one wants to claim it. I'm not even sure what he's talking about. Who would we talking about, Earth?
Well, I think he's talking about the crabs.
Oh, okay. That's Earth. That's impressive, but also gross.
Why do tampons have strings?
They going for the team.
Yeah.
Well, the crabs come up from your wet spot.
Yeah.
Keep it to it. It says, I'll stick with my homemade rum. I mean, a lawnmower fuel. That's ill-advised. Eric says, never had Whitewater. Keep it that way, Eric, based on this. drinking, buddy. John Neely says, "Ugh, yeah, not a fan of Arrogant Bastard either. It's like biting into an aspirin, in my opinion. Way too bitter without any hop complexity to make the bitterness worthwhile."
Yeah, well, definitely, it's not cohesive, Joe.
And they're not, and they rate you on the label and tell you how much of a piece of shit you are if you can't handle that beer. So, I mean, you're a piece of shit then. And so we're all pieces of shit because we hate that beer.
I like the Morimoto though.
I just think it seems more like, you know,
Puppy laughing at stuff in the corner. What the hell is going on?
In the corner.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking Bumpy might have a pit with some woman down there.
What Stone did there with the Arrogant Bastard, I mean, that is the perfect, you know, it's the perfect pitch because, yeah, they're basically saying, this beer is great, and if you don't like it, you're just stupid.
Yeah, and then this is where you comes in.
Insecure bastard.
Great cook right in his dick, right?
Yeah.
Favorite guy. I love that guy.
Piece of shit.
I know he hasn't tackled you in your living room, but you know, someday.
Yeah. Fuck Greg Koch.
I will say that I did go to a Stone location.
Yeah,
Berlin is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, lots of money makes it amazing.
Isn't it owned now by Brewdog though?
Now it's now owned by Brewdog. Yeah, they sold it after I left.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Does that mean I'll get some Brewdog in New Hampshire finally?
Well, you're supposed to because now they have.
Finally. What are you talking about? You're trying to avoid Brewdog. Everybody's trying to avoid Brewdog.
Well, the classics you want to avoid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, you can get some subpar beers from Brewdog. Awesome.
Yeah, don't.
Well, the thing is, I'm kind of partial to Brewdog because when I got into homebrewing, I was ready to quit because I was doing Mr. Beer kits. And the first beer I actually made that was not a Mr. Beer kit, it was a mini mash, was a Punk IPA clone recipe. And it came out fantastic. And that's what kept me in homebrewing.
I can safely say
I'd like to actually
IPA
review some of your beers. I'd like to review some of your beers so I could tell you if you should have quit or not.
I did for Paul and Paul did it a long time ago because it was terrible.
Yeah, but you know, based off the money I've spent, I probably should have quit.
Yeah.
If you don't like your own homebrew, yeah, you should be quitting because it's like if you can't even taste your own, you know, your own aromas, you know what I mean? Then it's bad. It's very bad.
Yeah, I did. One of my first homebrews was based off of Tokyo from Brewdog.
Oh, well.
Tokyo.
That's adventurous.
Yeah, that's what.
See, Brewdog, you know, they helped a lot of us.
I'm sorry to knock you. I don't dislike them. I've been to a few Brewdog facilities, but I prefer the Keller when it comes to like sort of Cheney or guys that are really expensive. Me Keller, whatever the fuck.
Fuck people.
Keller.
Would you not spend a weekend in the Brewdog Hotel?
Hell yeah, it's 2 hours from me. We need to do a road trip up there. Get some guys together.
I'd stay there.
Have a huge ass bottle
right?
chair.
I just go to Bodega and stay downtown somewhere.
If you want to start a huge ass bonfire in the middle of a hotel, I'm in.
Get a room at the Brewdog Hotel and then bring in a bottle share from beers that are Brewdog.
Yeah.
Right, that's the way to do it.
Well, it'd have to be like a bunch of YouTube or brew tutors.
I was really
we'd all
happy.
have to post our own single videos.
Peter and I went to the Brewdog Hotel, or to the Brewdog bar in Manchester, and then basically all we did was shit on their beers. It was good times.
Yeah, you don't have to go.
Yeah, this one sucks.
Hey man, I like some of the Brewdog beers though.
They are generally poor. I mean, you get one or two are good, but I think where they're good at is their real dark imperial stuff. That's where they're
barrel aged imperial shit is always.
I'm hearing a lot of people like that, like their peanut player. People are saying
I reviewed that and that was good. I actually their Mexican style imperial stout that was nitroed. That was one of the best nitro beers I had. But their base stuff for me is just like that's old school, and at this point it's like, you know, dime a dozen like that. They're like Punk IPA 10 years ago. That was kind of, you know, one of the but now it's like there's fucking hundreds of beers like
changed,
well that's about when it was about 10 years ago when I brewed the Punk IPA. But I do have to say, I mean, this might be shitting on Brewdog. So I brewed my home brew recipe that was put together by a home brew shop, and it came out fantastic. Like I said, it kept me in home brewing. I'm like, oh, I can make beer. And then I actually was able, I went to Massachusetts and I saw the Punk IPA on the shelf, so I bought a 6-pack of it. And I was a bit disappointed. the homebrew actually tasted a lot better than what came from BrewDog itself for the Punk IPA.
That's
So
not surprised for that beer anyway. It used to be hazy. Punk IPA used to be hazy 10 years ago. You see it now, it's like any other. And it almost looks like a log.
So you gotta check your dates.
Yeah, Eric.
This is for all you guys, all right?
Makes-
Or Eric,
makes-
less finger giving, more checking dates.
I like when they come over and like I'm checking dates in the store. They're like, "You need any help, right?" No, I'm just making sure I'm not buying old beer. So these beers are old. They're like, "Oh, okay. Well, if you need anything, let us know."
I mean, that's the good and bad part about where I live, where you can walk in and if you know what I mean, always check your dates no matter what. But you'll be like,
Eric.
oh, that barley wine's from 2012 and it's fresh. Okay, I'll buy all this.
Yeah, that's a situation where, like, yeah, it works to your favor. You're like, oh shit, you aged it for me, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you know the style, you're good to go. But it's like, yeah, I don't want a Fruidale 3 years later. No, thank you.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? I have a serious question because this has happened to me twice since I come to Fort Smith last 2 times. They have Toppling Goliath here.
Everybody does now.
Yeah, but the canned on date is like January with an expiry date of like 5/1. Best by 5/1. Like
January.
What beer is that though? What beer?
Pseudo.
Pseudo.
Yeah, the other ones are all the same. They're maybe a week or two.
I bring that up actually in the video too, and actually this crappy beer I have here, same thing. It seems a lot of them are going to like a Best By date, and I think what that is because there's so many. You know, we check the born on date. And we want the freshest, and we're like, hey, we're gonna like do a video on it or whatnot. We want something that's 2 months or less probably, especially for like an IPA.
Oh, for sure.
And so,
well, what if it's past the by date?
But they're like, oh, it's still good until 6 months later. So now I think they're all moving to that like Best By date type deal. Which is
Some breweries put both on there, but did you buy it or not knowing it was that date? Or
No, fuck no.
Because I had one.
Whatever you say, Eric. I mean,
Because last time it caught me by surprise. Like the 2 trips ago, I saw Pseudo and I just bought it without thinking, and it was 3 months old at the time.
Yeah.
So the next time I went and and I realized it after me. Oh, okay, something was a little off. And they actually had on tap at a place in town, which actually was substantially different. And then I went back the next time, like, wait a second, this thing is like almost out of date. And now I went back and it's like over a month and a half.
Right.
Expired.
Past the
Probably
back.
the same shit that was there last time.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've been lucky here to get the Toppling Goliath. They've been fresh for the most part.
Yeah.
Same here.
I mean, the one I had on the video that I did, I called the store out on it, and they pretty much made to give my money back because I asked them about that date, and they were like, "Oh no, they're all fresh in there." Because I saw you had older ones that were selling singles, or they used the same ones. And they're like, "No," and then pulled it out. I pulled it out. I got outside. I was like, "Wait a second!" I came back in. They're like, "You told me this was the fresh thing you got." Yeah, we did this week. Well, then you got sold old shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, normally you don't hear too much from the stores and stuff like that because we don't threaten their families and stuff like you do. But it gets a little bit stuff like that.
Wow.
I know people who know people. We're coming up. And I don't know, but unfortunately, we've all been kind of fucked like that now and again.
Yeah.
We just get something.
Well, that Total Wine I went to had a bunch of shit from 2017 I was coming across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's fucking. Listen, I'm not a date Nazi, so to speak. Like, if I get an IPA that's 6 weeks or 8 weeks and I've never had it before, well, I'll still buy it. But like, I've almost got to the point where there's so much good beer available and so much different beer and stuff. Like, if you can't put a date on your can or your bottle, and I don't know it just came in and it should be fresh, then fuck you. I'm not buying it.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, no. Put it on the bottle, man. Although this IPA better, pair with some of your more pungent cheese, like your Gorgonzola, maybe your blue cheese, a little smoked Gouda, maybe a little bit of smoked cheddar, maybe who knows?
You turn around, and you're like, "Come on, guys."
Still driving man today.
I've got a great short video idea if anybody wants to do it. Go into like a grocery store and start looking at like the plums and just start screaming "fuck" every time you pick up a plum until a store associate comes over and says, "Hey, what's the problem?" And you just be like, "I'm checking the dates." Fuck.
Yeah, I got what you said there. 'Cause, yeah.
And I thought Nick used to have bad jokes.
That's what I'm saying. Dad joke, man.
Yeah.
That's like the worst of all dad jokes I've ever heard.
That's what the book.
That's granddad joke.
Are you sure you're not from New Brunswick? What the fuck's that?
He's from New Hampshire, so it's kind of close.
It's kind of close.
New
Well, that's why I wanted somebody else to do it instead of myself. Jesus.
Someone put, I watched a video recently. Someone put a compilation of fucking Greg just going nuts about the dates. I like this beer, but it doesn't have a date on the bottle, guys. I'm just like, it's the exact same thing over and over. It's like, holy shit.
Well, I remember Eric, when Eric first started doing his channel, he used to knock it off. You're getting points off automatically for the date. Just automatic. You're already knocked down.
What does Brooklyn get on that East IPA? What happens there?
-10.
Well, that I actually got
Negative
one
10
time.
points right away, Joe.
The dates they got so bad over at the Wise Markets where I was, Weiss Market or whatever, where they got beers in 2015. That's when they started selling beer, and they never refreshed their stock. And that's where all the Rogue beers were sitting. That's one of the places anyway. And one day, the new guy bought the store, and he's like, "We're getting rid of everything. Fuck it, revitalization, the whole deal." But they got new shit in too, so everything went on discount. $5 a 6-pack or 4-pack. Get it the fuck out of here. We're getting rid of everything. So there was they had Saint Bernardus, big huge 750s of Saint Bernardus for $3.
Fucking hell.
And then they had
Pissed off.
they had 4 packs of Backwoods Bastards, $5. Get it out of here. So I'm like, okay. All right, thanks. I'll just take these. And then, but at the same time, they had fresh cases of Nimble Giant that just got in from which was $13.49 a 4-pack. They had fresh cases for $4 for 4 packs. And I'm like, I'll just take a bunch of these. And I was like, I kept on buying my kids like snacks and like sushi. I was like, here, you just sit at this table here at the deli area. You just sit there. I'm just gonna keep going back and forth to my car, filling this fucking thing up, because around here you can only take 192 ounces out at a time. So I had to keep coming back in, buying more shit, taking it back out, coming back in, buying more shit.
Needless to say, Paul was in the thousands of ounces.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I was. Basically, what happened by the end of it, I had to strap one kid around the fucking front of my truck like a fucking dead deer just so I could drive home because it was full of beer. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. But she liked it. It was, all the bugs in her face. It was free food.
Oh, by the way, Paul, happy belated Father's Day to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they're still alive.
Yeah.
Hey, when you got back home, did she go dope?
No.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, Paul and Paul and Todd the only daddies on the panel here?
No, you were at
you are Bumpy too?
You were at one of those.
Oh, you were this too?
I know.
You were
Well,
Todd, Paul,
I
Craig.
got grandkids.
Greg? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think you, Eric, and myself are the only ones that.
No, Joe, you're my daddy, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm a father.
Who's your daddy?
I don't condone his dad jokes. Outside of that, I did a great job.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't have that big penis, Mike, so.
You were in house one of
Grandma.
those cover-up families because he's a Bosnian spy. But
This
other
is-
than that, he's
Yeah,
good.
no.
He doesn't golf that mic though.
This is for real.
Stop! Don't put your hand there. I told you do not put your hand there.
I mean, what do we do? What am I doing? I don't know what am I supposed to do with this. Is it?
Sit on it, Joe.
You know what?
Let me see.
Joe, turn the mic around and play the rusty trombone for a second.
Let me look. Can I do that?
Don't give him any.
Someone's
Look it up.
Like an old shaker weight skit.
All right, let me read the rest of these comments unless we got more dad jokes. More dad jokes, Jesse, look at your general direction. No, okay, we're good.
Wait. Was there a D in that
For fuck's sakes.
when you said erection?
Put some D on it.
Speaking of erection, Sean Neely says he's a Miami Dolphins fan. God help me.
Yeah, God help you.
Yeah, you're in Atlanta. You got a better team there.
That's almost as bad as being a Lions fan.
Save the
They went
Dolphins.
to a Super Bowl, Joe.
Who did?
The Dolphins.
When?
They won a Super Bowl back in the
Yeah, they
70s.
They
won.
won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, how many years ago?
1906.
I mean, the last time they went was with Dan Marino in the early 80s. You know?
Eric,
They've
you were
been
dead.
to a Super Bowl, buddy.
You were dead the last time they won a Super Bowl. Okay, you were dead. You weren't even born yet. You were dead. All right. Anyway,
If you're not born, are you dead?
he's
Or
dead.
you
He's
just-
dead. He was dead.
Not even a thought in his daddy's eyes. No.
1970.
Just a twinkle.
You weren't
I did-
alive.
Twinkle.
I remember when I was at work yesterday, I did tell one guy, I said, you should have been your dad's best blowjob. I remember saying that. That was pretty
That's
good.
That's
It's true.
fucked up, Paul. That's
That's not good to say to your best friend, man.
Yeah, it was my boss.
Speaking of the best dad jokes, Steve Jr. shows up or says again, I have a question. Apple Computers built a car. Would it have windows?
Oh, not compatible.
Where are these coming from? Is Nick like ghostwriting for people?
I have fucking no idea. But I'm trying to help reading these because I'm losing my mind slowly. Foamy Head 13 shows up. He says, "What's up, guys? In Albuquerque, New Mexico tonight. Back to Texas tomorrow. Over 1,700 miles in 2 days. He's having a Desert Fog Hazy IP from Marble Brewing. Cheers."
Oh, nice.
Oh, Marble Brewing.
Welcome, John and Neely.
Hi, John.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. You finally got in there. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to Earth. Earth was supposed to get in, but he disappeared.
Don't worry about him. He's the planet. He's okay.
He's okay. Yeah, he's just on an orbit.
A little,
Recycle.
off, a little off balance right now.
Ah.
He was eclipsed.
Oh,
He must have fell on his axis.
Craig, we already got one.
Ba-dum-boom.
Stop, please. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's just massaging his poles.
I guess he's spinning round, spinning round.
You
Go
ain't-
ahead,
you're not
Joe.
even drunk.
Read
You're
the
not even
comments.
drunk, Rod, you're not even drunk. You're not even drunk. I'm drunk
Joe, you're not Joe.
I'm
Big
drunk.
tip. Look,
Don't
grab a hold of that.
until I
Grab a
black
hold
out.
of that, Joe, and be like, "Freshy pepper."
No,
no fresh
pepper. I'm just gonna eat
Well,
it. All right, let me see.
Grab the mic
I
and like
wanna
salt and
say-
peppers here. Salt and peppers.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Joe because on his Westafana, Westafana live feed,
Oh, because of that.
I left a cheers to Rib Beard,
Mhm.
and Joe didn't pick up. He just said Jesse says cheers to Redbeard.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because his name is Ribbeard now. I just whatever. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
just I don't read it that way.
It's wood weed, actually.
It's okay, right?
I
right
did
after
that
that,
for you because you corrected me when I was calling him Redbeard, and you said no, he's now Ribbeard.
All right, I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry, but no one cares about Ribbeard or Ribweed or Redbeard. No one cares about it in general.
rare weed.
Sexton's in the chat. If he wants in, holla
Yeah,
at you.
let me just finish these comments unless you guys got more dad jokes.
Joe,
Well, you're the one running the comments right now.
I'm trying, but there's too many dad jokes. They're great. Except for the
oh, yeah.
I hope you get your shit together for Thursday.
no way. Or he says, if I only drank fresh, I'd not have tried 2/3 of the beer I have. So he's saying he drinks old beer constantly. Okay, got that.
Is he from
Sometimes-
PA?
The worst dad joke I have is when my mom gave birth to me.
That's the worst. Yeah, look at you.
But you are limited to what beer is provided right in your area. So if you're not getting it fresh,
Oh, it's
You
Nick.
know.
Good.
oh, now we're gonna really get into dad jokes.
Gross. Eric
East
Gilbert.
Coast down in the house.
All right, before we introduce Nick, because no one really cares, it says
Nicholas.
Eric Gilbert says some IPAs are better aged 6
Holy
weeks.
shit, is that you with a camera on?
On my show, baby. On my
Wow.
show.
Only on Rod Show, baby.
All right, well, I'm going to sit here with my camera off.
What
No.
what hotel are you in tonight? Are you
Yeah,
got to
you're-
be in a hotel?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm muting Nick until he shows his fucking face.
Yeah, he's fucking
That-
real quick.
You know, the weird thing is people don't realize that is actually Nick's real face.
Yeah. I take my human skin off at night.
Nick is actually Skynet, but nobody knows.
I'm actually afraid because when I was a kid, I used to play with something that looked like that.
Yeah.
Nick, from what I've heard is Nick is Dr. Octopus.
I hope you
That's
mean
why
Rob
he's
the
got-
Robot and not something else.
Yeah.
There's a joke to be had there.
He used to call it Nick too.
Nick the unfixed. Damn it.
God.
Joe, comments, brother.
Here, grab here.
Wait. No, like more of this.
Did Joe leave?
No, I'm fucking here. I'm just listening to all this great banter.
Nick's so
Saxon
long
Brewing
and
says,
thick.
"What a bunch of fools!" You are correct, Ashley. You are correct. He also says, "Cheers, distinguished panel members, and also you are not distinguished at all." Ashley Saxon says, "At John and Neely, I'm a Giants fan, so I need more prayers than you."
No, you don't.
No.
No.
No. We need. When's the last time the Dolphins won a Super Bowl? 72, 74?
That's what I was
Come
trying
on.
to say. It's been a long
I
time.
think
Giants
the
had
Dolphins-
Eli Manning. He's got 2
I don't
rings
want to
and
hear
he's
it,
still
John. I
playing.
don't want to hear it.
And the best thing about Eli is that he beat the shit out of the Patriots.
When's the last time the Giants had a quarterback?
That's the thing, though, John. The Dolphins did ruin. The Dolphins did ruin the Patriots, making another historic event with having the longest running winning streak.
Yeah.
How is Sexton a Giants fan now? I would think he'd be a Patriots fan.
I don't know.
Sir.
Fuck the Patriots. Already.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, the biggest thing that Patriots need is a bus crash.
And that's rough, but I like. I don't know.
Well, you're also wrong in that because it would be a duck boat crash.
Holy fucking Christ! All right. Steve Tunis, we all went up-
I've been on the Moby Duck. I actually liked it, and I didn't drown. I mean, I got a good date out of it.
Steve Turtis says at some point we all went out for a date with Dad and came home with Mom.
What?
I don't. The dad joke is getting worse.
We all went out on a date with Dad.
Starting now, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's
But
happening.
did you all have different mothers? That's the question.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's because Dad took you out and then Dad left you with Mom. Get it?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm gonna read the last two comments.
I think it's an intellectual dad joke there.
The time that Dad, left and came home with Mom, or is it the time that your dad left and left you with Mom and never came back, or is it?
Or is it the time that your mom just dated different guys and said, "This is your dad"?
This is really turning dark and fucked up. Just saying. I'm gonna read the comments. Great segue. Eric Roberts' comment here. He says he only sends checks. The 4 of them live in Thailand. Then he corrects himself and says, "Send checks to my kids in Thailand." LOL. Are you fucking hammered, Eric? Are you okay?
Holy shit.
Ashley Saxon says he's been a Giants fan since '89 for no good reason. I've just stuck with them. Also, fuck the Patriots, and I co-signed that.
Well, they won a Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl in '89 with LT. I mean, that's why I got the Giants up there.
The New York Giants?
The LT.
Actually,
I'm a big Rodney Hampton fan myself, so I like
weird
Hampton was a beast.
Yeah, for like
He was a beast.
Weird segue here, but my camera club had a talk from a guy tonight
So stop talking.
who was a team photographer for the New York Giants.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a weird
Is
segue
Charity
because,
fascinating stories about the Giants?
Well, I
He
thought
shot a
that-
couple. He shot a couple of the Super Bowls, including one. Was it the famous catch or something from the Buffalo Bills interception catch or something? during
Yeah, are
the
you talking about
Super Bowls?
sports ball? It seems like you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
All right.
Which one's the football?
Are you talking about the Giants that catch that?
Yeah, he's talking about
receiver-
David Tyree. And against
Tyree, the side of his helmet. That was not. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's some New York team.
I thought for a second there when Nick started talking, I thought he was going to go 1 hour photo like a motherfucker, and it was going to be really weird.
Well, I'll just say, I mean, if you guys want to fuck the Patriots, just remember that Tom Brady likes long kisses.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
Yeah, that's,
Hey, don't worry, he should get a lot of them in prison.
I mean, is Tom Brady going to ever retire? I mean, with the way the rules are in the NFL now, he doesn't have to because they can't touch him. So
let's hope he does.
Yeah, he could play till he's 50 if he wanted
Yeah.
to with the NFL rules now. Yeah.
he looks at a ref and it's like, oh, there's a flag. Tom Brady's looking at me.
I mean, I think a lot of, I mean,
Sorry,
maybe-
Mr. Brady, I forgot to throw it that time.
I think a lot of people retired just because of. I mean, they probably could have kept on playing, but like they retired early because of just injuries and shit too. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
well,
a lot of
concussion
guys.
stuff has caused a lot of players to rethink their career there.
Exactly.
What is it? The when you get hit in the head too hard, you
Concussions?
It's called skull fuck.
Concussion thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever see that story of Mike Webster, it's like terrible, like his later life.
Well, it's the same.
I mean, it's
same
a
thing in
good time to
wrestling,
be a
though, right?
quarterback in the NFL right now because if a gust of wind comes at you too strong, they'll throw a flag on nature. I mean,
And on top of that, the most mediocre
it's a
quarterbacks
good time to be a quarterback in the NFL.
and the most mediocre quarterbacks make like $20 million a year too. That's the best part about it.
John, we can't blame that because nature is a bitch.
Well, that's what I've heard. Yeah, she's a finicky little bitch.
Foamy Head says he's having a Firestone Walker Luponic Distortion IPA Series number 12.
Nice. I actually just had my first Licking Hole Creek beer.
Oh,
I had their Nuclear Nugget.
I thought you'd lick
I lick any hole I find. And the other thing is, I was actually surprised how old school that beer was.
Which one did you have?
Licking Hole Creek's Nuclear Nugget. It was just a big, like, kind of 10.5% double IPA, and it was just so old school that I was almost taken aback about how old school it was. I was like, I haven't had a beer like this in years.
Now, where's Licking Hole out of?
Fucking.
Oh, where the fuck were they out of?
Virginia.
There's
most of the holes are down south.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to understand, I've licked holes all over the world. There's holes everywhere. You know, female, male, both, whatever.
Dead,
Dead animal. Actually, I liked it. It was just, I don't know. It was something about it that, like, when you have one of those beers that you got into, I mean, even we were talking about even like BrewDog and stuff. It's when you have a beer that kind of shakes up the scene 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago when you first see it and you try it and it's amazing. You try it now and you're like, boy, this is, and it's antiquity. You're actually just drinking antiquity. You know what I mean? It's something.
But in that same aspect, I mean, there's some brewery like Sierra Nevada's Pale Ale, and I've
always hated.
All agree that is a classic American Pale Ale, the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
I've always hated it from the day I've had it to today.
Hated it?
Why, Paul?
Okay, everybody else.
Boston Lager's another one. A lot of people hate on Boston Lager, but Samuel Adams Boston Lager, the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and then the other one that kind of gets overlooked is the Anchor Steam.
I love the fact that I hate
three big beers that kind of kick-started the craft beer movement. So,
I mean,
you hate
there's
them,
just certain beers that have always kind of been around.
Right, craft beer wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for those big three craft beers that kind of
Sierra Nevada.
Bigfoot. The first Bigfoot is it Foghorn or Bigfoot that was released in 1982?
I think it was Foghorn.
And that's a good beer. Yeah. I like that beer.
Paul, why do you hate Pale Ale?
I just think it tastes like shit. The end. Goodbye.
It's his palate. It's all fucked up. No.
Sasquatch palate.
Beer is your palate, bro.
It's because he drinks it at 1,000 degrees.
You know what? I'm just saying, like, if you take your time with that beer, you pour it in, and you let it sit, and then you put it on the oven. You turn it to like 195, and you really enjoy it. It just doesn't burn my palate like the other ones do. I don't know.
I'm a little off topic. I wish I could show you. Hold on, Bumpy.
Annihilated.
A little off topic. I wish I could show you this guy that's on my TV set right now, because this is some of the things you see when you live in Kentucky. This guy's like a deckhand, part of this bridge crew. And I got none of his tattoos. I got tattoo here, tattoo here. He's got a cross in the middle of his head. He's got the Mike Tyson thing around the eye. He's got some other like diamond or something thing over here. It's like your career options are limited. I mean, what do you do with all those tattoos on your face like that?
I have something to say, Rod. Did you actually just find my actual father?
He's there in Kentucky.
Daddy, come home. Daddy, come home.
I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Right side up, Paul.
Oh, I am your father.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I thought it was Glenn Benton that burned it upside down his head. Sorry. No, never mind.
I mean, he actually makes a person with a tattoo in the neck actually look good. Like, okay, you're doing all right. You got a tattoo in the neck. You're fine. But,
well, as long as that ink show stays on TV, he's got a chance.
Yeah, my thing was like, once you get a tattoo above the fucking collar line of your shirt, what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. So it's almost like, I mean, it's like, I don't get it.
Well, no, they've become more lenient over the years because cops can now have full sleeves. Where they used to be, you had to have any tattoo that you had to be
They
covered
used
up.
to be. They used to be able to wear T-shirts. Now they have to wear full sleeves.
Well, no, I'm
that's
saying
a dad
cops can
joke.
have full
Dad
sleeve
joke. Sorry about
tattoos
that. Calm down.
and showing.
Calm down.
They used to not allow that. Now
Yeah.
they can have tattoos like showing.
Mhm.
I've seen cops with neck tattoos. And
Of
that
course,
was
we
like
used
a military thing too. It was like you can't have anything that looks like it might be a gang
Yeah,
sign.
best
Or you
tattoo on a
can't join.
cop, but it's when it's on his neck and it says "fuck the police." Best tattoo ever.
from his younger years.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was
Body
gonna get
count.
picked
Cop
up till I
killer.
have-
Yeah,
Funny way-
but
funny way your
across
career-
his forehead it says shoot first, ask questions later.
I mean, that isn't that what all cops should get?
He's riding the cruiser playing Ice T. Love it.
No, when they play body count, that's when shit gets real.
Yeah.
Body count.
Hey, Joe, you doing all right over there, buddy?
Sorry, Joe. Joe's ready to read the comments. I apologize.
Wait,
I-
wait a minute,
no,
Joe,
I'm-
you doing all right there, buddy?
I'm just listening.
We generated so much more comments for you, Joe. Go ahead.
There are no comments.
No,
For the most
There's
part.
no comments?
Ashley Sexton says he's drinking something meaningful from Stillwater Artisanal Ales, 12% brewed with grapes and aged on oak. Thanks, Ewert.
Tell Ashley. Well, I can tell Ashley. I'm going to drink that juicy ass pretty soon so I can do a review.
Gross. Also, Eric Gilbert says Yubu was sending beeps again. I don't.
What?
Yeah, he says I don't know. I said the beeps.
Oh.
What you talking about?
I had a question for Todd, actually. Was Todd, you going to roll with me when we go to Against the Grain? I'll let you know we're going to do that maybe in a few Saturdays.
rolling,
If you're freed up.
Yeah, let me know.
Are they dropping their price on their beers down there? Because they're showing up here like the brown note is like $10.59 now, and some of their other beers are down to $10.59.
They have. Some of them have dropped. Not all. I don't think all of them, but
Well, they
several
put that
of them have.
35K at 14. I'm like, that's not a $14 beer. I've had the 35K.
Well, I'm curious. What are you talking about? A single
Against the
beer
Grain
was like
breweries.
$14?
Say what?
What's that? Is that a case for you, Rod? Or
Yeah. What's the amount? What's the amount that you're talking about?
Against
for
the
this
Grain,
price?
they have like they're doing a pint cans, like a 4-packet or pint cans will be like 14.
Oh,
15,
okay.
dependent. Yeah,
I
but they
thought you meant like a
but
single
they started
beer.
dropping some. They started dropping some of their prices recently. I just saw.
I want to throw out a brewery to you guys, Rod and Todd, and see how close that is. Is it Listerman's? Is that the correct name of the brewery? Listerman's?
Yeah, it's
25
about.
minutes for me.
I was gonna say Rod's close to it.
Yeah, I was a must go to. I was told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the better ones. I mean, it's hard. We've got so many now in Cincinnati, but it's definitely I would say a top 5 for sure
All right.
here in the city.
Yeah.
And,
I gotta swing
I'll
down
have to
here
get you-
anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to get you some of their beers. I got Joe and Todd and Eric a couple of their beers recently.
Yeah. I've been meaning to swing down your way anyway to say hi and check out
Yeah.
Kentucky and shit anyway. So yeah.
When are you
All
coming
right.
back to Auburn Hills, Paul?
Well, I gotta make sure I get some money around so I can pay for the classes and stuff. It's all self-funded shit. So I gotta. It's gonna take some time for me to save up some cash.
Now, are you going to the event for Matt at all over
No.
in North Jersey? No.
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah, I never go to Jersey and fuck Matt.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Did not see that coming. Joe, comment.
I didn't hear what.
I'm working that week.
You're working.
Eric Gilbert says, "I love all of you, and you're all great. Thank you. I love you."
No, I like you, or maybe.
Aww. Okay, that's creepy.
You don't like me yet, Paul? Come on.
You're bald.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking older than you. What the fuck do you
What
want?
about Todd? Todd's bald. You like Todd?
No, yes.
Debatable.
Likes it airy.
I don't like Todd.
He
I
wants
like.
to join the Hangout, but
I like. The only reason I like Todd is because I like Shannon.
I like metal. Does that count?
That's usually the case, Paul. That's usually the case.
We need to get Shannon back on at some point here.
Yeah.
I like.
For some reason, I really miss getting berated by my wife, so I watch Todd get berated by his wife.
Braided
I'm
by
glad I can fill the void.
But see, you gotta watch Jessica berate Brad Allison when they do their reviews. So stop. Like, how can you give that score? So you said you didn't like it. So why would you give it 3.5?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because like Brad, she has a point. I mean, a 3.5 is usually someone likes the beer. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's difficult. Like, no, I've come across that with my when I started doing the friggin' point thing. because I'm doing it based off of like a breakdown of everything. And there's sometimes like the beer, this one, I'll show it again. Like
That's
this
the one
one,
you love right now.
it's the one I really love, and it's like, and the score just comes out so low, and I can't believe it. How did that happen when I love it so much?
It's tough when you're using the BJCP guidelines because everything is weighted so differently than like if you're using just a 100-point scale, you just kind of rate it on like F to A, like the school system ratings. To me, that's what makes the most sense.
If you're not a home brewer, you're not a credible rater.
Yeah. Should I actually? Should
Well,
I bring
that's-
up?
I don't know.
Hey, now. I'm actually homebrew, though, but hey. Yeah.
I don't know. When we're talking about the 100-point scale and the blowjobs and cunt punching guidelines that we had here,
Is that what that stands for? Wow.
Yeah, that's what that is. Would you like? I mean, because I'll bring
We
up
turned it
my
into Deadwood or something here.
My favorite line for Deadwood is, "You can spit it out now. You don't have to swallow it." But my, there's a whole.
You really say spit it back in my mouth.
Yeah, well, no, that's
snowball
what I'm a snowballer, but that's fine. But you have to understand that like that beer should be on a 1 to 10 scale, because if you look at the have sexable scale, I want 10s, but I'll fuck a 1 if I have to. I mean, that's the whole scale.
Well, yeah,
who needs a 10 when you can have 10 ones?
No. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do a 0.5 if I have to.
No.
Like Nick, I'd even take Nick's hand over my own.
Jesus.
Exactly. There you go.
It must be the robot thing.
Yeah. You better watch out, because depending on what fucking system he runs, he can get viruses easily.
See, that's the whole thing. Everybody, like that video I had done a few years ago, everybody has their own different thing. So anybody's ratings are really trash unless you really know how they're rating for. That's why I put a score on my stuff, but it's just for my personal pleasure scale.
Well,
like
my biggest thing is, though, like if you do the school scale, anything below a 67 or whatever is undrinkable.
Right, that
which is if you look at really the amount of beer that is out there that most people would put under a 67 out of 100, that's vast.
I'm sorry, but if one of my children ever came home with a grade that said undrinkable, I'd be like, what the fuck to the school?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On that point, though, if something's like a 67 or lower, I would prefer to drink water than some of that.
Yes, but the thing is that mass people do drink this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, obviously, I'm not gonna. Anything under a 5 out of 10 is not in the good scale. It's drinkable, but it's not good or whatever. And I usually don't go for that. But people do drink it, and I understand that. Like, if I had to only drink this beer, I guess I would if I had to. And that's where I kind of look at the fuckable scale. If I had to fuck this toothless bitch with AIDS, I will, but I don't want to.
Well, thankfully, we live in a world where you don't have to make those types of decisions. There's plenty of good craft beer out there, and
not where I live. Where I live, craft beer is about the same scale as my sex.
Where the hell do you live?
Hell,
He's got fucking control.
John, you remember the movie Deliverance?
That's where I am. And the thing is, though, like I would say, as far as beer goes, Ned Beatty's a 4. I mean, he didn't fight too much; he took it, and I'm gonna do that. Like I won't enjoy it. I won't tell people about it, but I'm taking it.
Hold on a second.
Isn't like Paul the Susquehanna Sasquatch or something?
You're equating some beer so bad as being raped.
Exactly.
No. See, you're supposed to leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Don't ask any questions when he goes deeper into it.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
Oh my god!
Just leave it alone.
But here's the thing: like
let me take it out of my basement.
I've been at restaurants before where it's like the beer selection is so bad. It's like, no, I'll just pass. Haven't even you guys done that? Like it's just so bad. You're like, just bring me a water or
I've been
a liquor drink
all the time.
Yeah.
Give me a Budweiser.
I live in Georgia. There's a lot of great craft breweries in Georgia. So typically, wherever I go, they've got some good local craft beer on draft. But there's every once in a while, I'll go to like a Mexican restaurant and they'll have maybe like 2 beers on draft, and it's like not what you would expect. You would expect maybe like Modelo or Dos Equis, and they've got like Bud Light and Yingling on draft. Those are
That would freak me out. What the hell?
and then
Mexican restaurant.
I will not go back to that. I will not go back to that Mexican, because if you don't have Modelo or Dos Equis on draft and you're a Mexican restaurant, then you're not really a Mexican restaurant.
Right, it's true.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a
yeah.
good point. But I Yinling's my 5. That's where I put Yingling at 5.
Yingling is kind of one of those hit or miss for me. I've had Yingling samples that have been really fresh and really good, and then I've had Yingling that has been skunked and just really nasty. So,
Well, yeah, the skunk.
Absolutely.
Well, here's a question for John. When it was skunked, did it taste like a saison at all?
No, it tasted like a skunk.
It tasted like shit. Yeah, it was pretty thankfully, they don't sell it in the green bottles in my area anymore. It's all in cans, but still,
Yinling's all like brown bottles up here and stuff like that. But like my worst Yinling experience was a Yinling product called Lord Chesterfield that was in the green bottle.
Here, but yeah, I've heard of it.
And when I opened it up, it didn't just stink up my kitchen. It stunk up my kitchen, my living room, the whole downstairs, and it started creeping up the upstairs. Like, get the fucking thing out of my house! Like I threw it, like I pulled a fucking thing, threw a grenade out this fucking window, and it still stunk up the whole area. I tried to drink it. I was like, it was just skunk, and it was horrible.
But you would think you'd be used to it with the dead bodies and all.
Right. No, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I think for okay, so we want to keep building Rod J's hours, right? Because he's at over 1,000 subs.
I plan on making him go under that.
I think that we'll segue back to Joe, because we do have probably a ton of comments because we've had a lot of topics coming up. So Joe, if you want to go back to the comments and get through as much as you can until something else interesting comes up.
I like you, Bumpy. Thanks, Bumpy, for coming on. Your first time on. You're doing a great job.
I would like to say that seems like a very fantastic
I'm like the little guy on the couch. I'm the little guy on the couch that's
I've got some beer news real quick if y'all want to hear. If y'all want a good
look at this. The 2 new guys are butting heads here. They're trying to show who's who.
Well,
I like
it's bald first bald.
Right here.
Wow.
Unibrew.
They're bumping heads.
The Unibrew 6-pack.
$9.99 for a 6-pack of Unibrew beer. I believe it wasn't Joe, but it was somebody earlier was talking about the Trois Pistoles.
Pistole, that was me.
That was you. An awesome beer. But anyway, the 6-pack, it has obviously 6 beers in it. 4 of them are 8% or higher. This one that I'm drinking now is the Maudite, which is a Belgian double.
That's good.
8%.
Good.
All of the beers from Unibrew for a Canadian brewery, they brew a lot of awesome Belgian beers. And you can get all 6 of their namesake beers for $10.
But no,
they're a pretty good deal.
It has a great selection of beers.
The 17 and the Terrible, they're good too.
Terrible?
Yeah.
The Terrible, they're good. The Blanc de Chablis sucks, but you know, whatever, that's just me.
Well, all the ones in this variety pack are pretty good.
The Ephemere series is pretty good from them too. If you get like the Ephemere,
you're terrible, Nick. You're terrible.
Fuck you,
you're bad. Actually, you know, that's not just. I think Terrible's a little bit too light.
Terrible.
I've got
there you go.
I've actually got their 2017 Trader Joe's one that Unibrew did for them.
Yes.
I got to drink that one.
Yeah, the vintage ale. The vintage ale.
Yeah, got that one too.
That was awesome.
But Joe, what do we have in the comments, brother?
Yeah,
I slack in here.
I'm
waiting for an opportunity to talk.
Yeah, they're few and far between.
No.
Yeah, no, we don't have a whole lot.
Channel your inner Redbeard.
It's already been done multiple times. Eric Gilbert says Stillwater makes great brews.
Like Stillwater artisanal, yeah.
All right. Ashley Section says Eric Gilbert will want to hear all about the Flying Monkey Juicy Ass review, and then Eric responds with, he's not a fan of juicy ass, but he's also a fan of juicy ass.
See, I got the juicy ass because of Ashley's recommendation, because I know he's a big fan of it. So I said,
really liked it.
I've got their
I really
beers
did.
here now. I'm going to pick it up. And I got that in the Sparkle Puff.
Yeah, get the Sparkle Puff's good.
The juicy ass is one of my. It's like, it's on the. I don't have a lot of views, but like it's one of my top, like most viewed videos. So I mean, I liked it. People seem to like it. So enjoy it. Hopefully,
It's okay.
And I'm just gonna say, my wife is awesome.
Eric Gilbert
Nice.
says paper bags are made for ones.
I just saw Nick's last comment. I'm like, he's a talker. He's a talker.
Even though Nick
Like,
says that,
I mean,
he's gonna watch every second of it and love it.
Yeah.
I am gonna watch it eventually.
See, so
When I have time to do it.
Well, see, now Nick will be on at some point, and then anybody else that, for the next
I'm willing
year
to come
to
on.
spotlight, Paul's back drinking again, so I can do one on him, or Craig, I got to do one
oh,
for
he's
the
supposed to be
UK.
dry when he's not back drinking.
He's supposed to be dry.
I got some bad
Well,
news
my
today, and I wanted to be.
I might do one on John and Neely, because he's a YouTuber, so, we'll have some more spotlights coming up.
Actually, if you
Nice.
want to do a review of me, it's the best time to do it because I won't be all like, "Fuck you, you fucking son of a bitch!" Nah, fuck all. I mean, like, it would be a good time.
I'm not sure of that.
I would
Well,
say
you
that would be an
know,
ill-advised
I'm just saying.
decision, Rod.
It might be good to do Paul during the dry period.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hit me on the dry
Yeah.
spell, it'd be okay.
Rob, what constitutes a beer tuber? Because I just want to know this shit.
Just usually focuses on beer on their YouTube channel. So, like,
if
Oh, not
you're
you,
an
you were-
introvert that has
No,
but
nothing
former
else to
beer
do in your
tubers.
life,
No problem.
Retired brew tubers.
Retired beer tubers that don't have any videos on their channel anymore because they took them all down.
yeah, because you're a
Like
pussy.
those people.
It's not for you.
Mhm.
I mean, Bumpy could be another spotlight. So it's all,
There you go.
we'll see.
Bosnian hitmen with fake families that used to do BrewTube.
I'm trying to help everybody that might trying to grow their
I
channel.
mean,
I'm
we'd
not
say-
trying to get the big channels because the big channel's already there, right? So I want to get everybody
Yeah.
else up, possibly get them views so they can get over the 1,000 threshold as well.
I
Well-
appreciate you mentioning Bumpy after not saying a big channel. Yes, I am a meanie weenie.
Bumpy's a little drunky.
I'm currently 105 away from 1,000. So
Nice. And you got the watch time.
106. 106 now.
106.
107.
Going backwards.
Well, Maxwell, I would give you 3 thumbs up, but I only have 2.
It's fine.
Joe,
Holy
comment.
I mean, I'm trying. Like, I'm trying. Not maybe hard enough because I don't really care. But no,
Can you
Vanessa.
do him in Dusty Rose? Can you do him in Dusty Rose voice for us?
I cannot. That is not
Come
something
on,
you
do a
can
little
know.
Dusty
That's not
Rose.
on demand. Vanessa Kitty says, hi, all.
Hey,
Joe-
Vanessa.
Hi.
Joe Gant.
What the hell was that?
Nick, are you going to behave yourself? Also, Joe Gansel said hi to Vanessa. And then Ashley Sexton from Sexton Brewing says that's always a good 6-pack, John, in response to the Unibrew. Craig from Kent Beer Review says he's just having a piss.
Oh, that's what I thought he was shooting another review because whenever he puts his avatar on, he's usually shooting a video.
He's pissing?
Based on his comment, I would assume so.
Taking a whiz.
Joe son.
Crack Joe up on that one.
What the fuck? Taking a whiz. All right. Anyway, Skyhawk56 says juice ass.
What did Lance used to say? Lance used to say something when he went to the bathroom all the time.
Now hold on. No, I don't remember what he
You were
said.
like going to the little boy company when you say like, Lance, you're an adult. It's your own house. Just say you're gonna take a
He showed up at my stream tonight. I didn't know how to react.
Oh yeah, he's making a comeback. You got a new place?
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Yeah, daddy's in the house.
Yeah. So Skyhawk,
Daddy.
Skyhawk 56 said just juice ass LOL.
I think it was because we were talking about the juicy ass.
Yeah, I think so. Ashley says, "Oh damn, Rod." Exactly like this too. He said, "Oh damn, Rod. We are doing the Beer Analysis 101 on Sparkle Puff this Wednesday."
Is it this Wednesday? I thought it was next Wednesday.
It's this Wednesday.
Can't
Nick
wait.
It's Nick's channel, and Nick didn't say shit. I'm just saying.
Wait, what?
Nick's a piece of shit.
I would be paying
I'm pretty
attention.
sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure when they like that a week ago when they were talking about it, they said this Wednesday for the Sparkle
Ashley's
Puff.
pitching
Oh,
Sparkle
wow, Sparkle
Puff.
Puff
You
is
said
this
you
Wednesday.
said nothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you're
This
invited,
Wednesday-
Rod.
so
Yes,
should I make
Rod,
it? Should
if
I
you
make
want-
it? Should I
yeah.
make it a visit the next channel for that? And save my
Yeah.
hand. That could happen.
Yeah, if you want to come on, it's a Wednesday, or yeah, sure. Love to have
It's
you.
definitely better than the last time I was on there. You had some shit beer last time I was on there. I can't remember which one it was.
Oh my god.
It was like all the ratings were low. Like, but Nick does the macro and he does the other one, but it was a bad macro.
Well, I was only off every other Wednesday, and every Wednesday I was off. And like, here we're doing Coors Banquet. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Well, he's had Coors Banquets to have.
Coors Banquet, we get a $2 25-ounce pour here.
Yeah, it's still too much.
Paul's like, what is Bumpy doing? Just freaking slamming shit around the house.
Fucking slam down a Coors
He's
Banquet.
working out. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
What right now?
Joey, you
Are we that close? Is that little comments?
I feel like sooner or later with Bumpy, I'm going to hear, I got your dog, mister.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like Alex. I want to be like, I don't want to be like, I have 5% left, and then be like, oh, gone.
Are you?
Where'd I go? Oh, there I am.
Yeah.
Let me just.
There, he's holding
let me
the
just-
plug.
let
I'm
me
thinking
just-
either cell phone.
Let me just.
Joe's in the mix. Joe's in the mix.
Let me just
Melly
read the rest
Mel.
of these comments.
All the banging
Mel.
here is
Joe Melly Mel. What's up?
all the banging is from the boxes that I owe people beer. It sucks.
Or the women,
okay?
or the women trying to kick themselves out. But go ahead, Joe.
All right, let me read these comments.
Just say it, Joe.
Vanessa Kitty, she says a relative made what is called blonde hooker ale for Thomas Hooker Brewery. Skyhawk 56 continues with great show, guys. Debatable.
Thanks, Skyhawk. Glad you
Very
tuned
debatable.
in, brother.
Yeah.
Skyhawk's got a good channel too. I actually met him through one of the other streaming services through I think it might have been
Oh,
Kusa.
well, that's nice.
live streaming.
Under the streaming, Pornhub, something like that.
No, it was a YouTube channel.
Vanessa Kitty says Bumpy is a good channel. She has 403 subs. LOL.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is she saying that because she has more subs than I do?
Jesse, most people have more subs than you.
I was gonna say, like, if she's a female on YouTube, why doesn't she have 14,000 subs?
Jesse, you adjusted your camera. I feel like I was talking to Lurch there for a second.
I'm fixing my freaking boxes over here.
All right, Craig, who is not still back in the chat yet, he says he has 611 subs, but he's pushing strong for 500.
Wow.
Craig should be at 1,000 as well. All you guys should be at 1,000. All you guys have great stuff.
Everybody, you get 1,000 subs, and you get 1,000 subs. Everybody get 3,000 subs.
1,000 subs.
Well, all except Joe, because Joe just started. But I mean, Joe, you actually jumped up rather quickly. When did you start your channel? You said
A year ago, almost.
Hey, you already got like 450 almost.
Just over a year. You passed your year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nick, you're on 8 years, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like
I did. Yeah, I'm over 8 years. Still nobody watches anything.
Why the fuck?
Joe, here's timeline. You'll be at 100,000 subs when you're fucking 300.
That's the goal. Yo, that's the goal.
I
100,000
think
subs.
in order to get 100,000 subs, I'm gonna have to start doing metal reviews.
Yeah, do a
No,
lot
that
more
doesn't
than metal
work either.
reviews, Nick. Like selling your body.
I'm on 7 years. I think 7 or 8 years now.
And where are you at now, Paul? Your subs?
670.
See, you should have more too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm at like
everybody watching. You guys should be subbing to these guys up here. They got some great stuff on their channel.
I started right around the same time Joe did, and I'm at 305 or 306 or something.
But Joe laid the groundwork for like
for a year.
10 years before he
I
actually
looked
did the
at Vanessa
channel.
Kitty's channel. She's in the chat.
800 subs.
Yeah.
What?
Bumpy, Vanessa Kitty has no content on her channel, yet she has more subs than both of us. So,
Because she's a female. Hello, sexism
but
doesn't
no
have
content, nothing.
Whoa.
Nothing.
She also joins live chats and comments.
And I'm like, I'm not even the biggest one here. Eric's got the most subs on anybody on the panel. Eric's like at 1,300.
Really?
Yeah, and that's how you could tell YouTube was broken. Sorry.
Eric Lions fan or Eric Gilbert?
Eric Lions has like 1,300. I think,
really?
or something. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, everybody, you know,
How much do you have, Eric?
Bow down.
Yeah.
All right.
Misery loves company,
Eric
so all the
Lions
Lions
fan-
fans love it. They're
Yeah, I
all
was
fucking
gonna
like,
say,
I hit that heartbreak and lost by the Lions. Yeah.
understand, like every single Lions fan in the world is sub to him.
Well, I'm a Detroit Tigers fan, so I sub to him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Pistons, a Lions, a Tigers, and a Red Wings fan, and
but not Bears. Oh my!
Let me just read the fucking.
I hope one day Eric and I can meet at a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they win. I don't know.
You and Eric
Probably not.
Wait a minute. Every time
You would
they've lost.
You and Eric would do some damage at a Brazilian steakhouse. I'm just saying. If there's a Brazilian steakhouse and you guys get together, it's like, watch out now.
Hey, I'd like to say, Eric, guess what?
I know I would if I was with you or we'd take it down.
Ewer did say he'd like to meet me too, and then when I came up there both times, he never fucking showed up. So you know what? Just don't fucking put your hopes.
But you know what? Paul would do some damage at a Brazilian steakhouse too. Paul would probably like eat them under the
I'd fuck
table.
up a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul,
Yeah.
you don't go. You don't go now.
What is even happening? Let me just read the comment, please. I think it's James JT Davis 62 says hi all. We drank
Hey, what's up, James?
It's only Monday. Yeah.
Drinking?
Yeah.
He said
James, I might be back in Chicago later this year. I'll let you know if I'm back up there. Usually the wife goes once a year, and that means I get a free hotel up there, so I'll come up there and drink some beers with you.
Drinking?
All right, and Vanessa Kitty, she confirms. She says no. That LOL was from my that she did earlier was to an earlier comment to the panel, and then she also says she tries to comment usefully in most chats. So.
She always does. She's
Don't do
great.
that.
Vanessa's awesome.
And she also had content. She doesn't. I don't think she has any other channel, but she might have like hid the videos. But I remember she had some on her channel at some point back in the at least like 6 months ago.
She's a regular commenter on a lot of the beer streams. I'm familiar with her. I just thought it was funny that she's got more.
Well, what is it? Is it called? Do you put it on listed, and that's when your subbers can see it and not public?
They can only see it if they have the URL, but unlisted means that they can't really search for it or anything.
Right.
Skyhawk56 says new videos coming. Stay tuned.
Nice. I can check out some Skyhawk stuff.
Skyhawk56, you're.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sub.
Day Shift Beer Review says, evening, fellas. And he says, what's everyone's favorite craft brewery?
Wow, a beer question. There we go.
First one tonight.
I'd have to say.
Then hang on. Now hold on, hold on.
We got an organization here.
He also evened out to the Packers, the Lions ratio, as he says, Packers fan here, by the way. So 3-3 current. 3-3.
Yeah.
So
I like cheese.
I'll take it down the line.
Cheese is
delicious.
delicious.
You say your favorite brewery because we know how hard it is. But Eric,
I got my favorite brewery.
Eric, your favorite brewery?
Miller Coors.
Are you fucking with me right now?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How do you have 1,000 subs again? I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he has a subs because of the fact that he does sports. Because if you've ever watched any of his beer reviews, you realize he has no taste buds.
Also, Eric, he specified
got my growler down.
Eric likes the lagers. So,
he also specified craft
brewery.
He did not just say brewing.
Yeah.
I would say Ellison.
Now,
I don't.
Ellison,
right. Yeah. Actually, I have a lot of Peruvian breweries up by your way, and I really like them.
Okay, well, I want to know because this brewery has been rated the #1 craft brewery in the United States for like the past 5 years.
Does
anybody know this symbol?
Hill Farmstead.
I think Ewart has a erection. Yeah, he's like
Hills Farmstead. There you go. Nick had that one. Damn, we should have done trivia tonight, son. So Hills Farmstead's Bumpy's favorite. John and Illy.
Man, it's hard to pick just one, but I'm going to give a shout out to a local craft brewery that I've been really into lately. I'm going to go with Line Creek or not Lion Creek, I'm sorry. Wild Leap, that's another local craft brewery, but I'm going to go with Wild Leap, which is a craft brewery out of LaGrange, Georgia. They won Best New Craft Brewery in the United States back in 2016. They're doing great things, and their distribution is increasing. So if you don't live in Georgia or one of the southeastern states, you should start seeing their stuff pretty soon because they're trying to go nationwide. So
Nice.
Wild Leap.
And Craig is still in the pisser. Nick there's Nick. Nick, your favorite craft brewery?
My favorite craft brewery? Well, I have a hard time thinking about what my favorite craft brewery is these days, but I've been really a big fan of New Brunswick's Trailway lately.
And you're the only one.
Yep. Because I'm a Canadian, I'm drinking my local shit. If I were going to go for like Canada-wide stuff, it'd probably be like Collective Arts makes some solid stuff.
Yeah, we're getting them down here now, too.
Nick, I just have to say this to you.
Every stepdad was as fantastic as you. What does it say?
What is Nick, your stepdad now? Paul, your favorite?
I don't have one.
You have anybody up there close?
Well, I like New Trail. I actually it used to be Yards for me for Pennsylvania, but now it's New Trail. New Trail kind of superseded that. But I don't know what your definition of craft brewery is, but right now, I mean, like every time I think about like what I like, what I do, what I drank, what I've been, where I've gone, I always want to go to like J.W. Lee's. I know it's that might not be a craft brewery, but it's kind of like what I want to go. Always like my brain always goes to J.W. Lee's for some reason. Out of Manchester.
And Joe?
Is this?
Wait a minute. No, it's not. We already know Joe's other half. So
yeah, there's no point. I'm done.
Todd.
I'd probably have to go with
450 North.
Three Floyds.
Three Floyds.
Wow.
And Ewart.
Farmstead.
Where I look at where I spend my most money is probably Bellwoods.
I've heard good stuff about Bellwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But when I can get it, it's my favorite. Right now, it's America's Solaire is probably my favorite brewery.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
That triple IPA was fantastic. That was it.
Hanson Brothers.
Yeah, the Hanson Brothers Session IPA was fantastic. You also brought a couple to the Piss Up. I think we ended up drinking them at the what do you call it? The Shack?
In a jam skate or some sort.
What was the jam skate? Was it a sour?
Double IPA of some sort.
Double IPA.
Hey Joe, 3 years ago, what was it that we really liked? Black Swan?
Yeah, what the fuck happened to them?
Yeah, what happened to them? They were fucking out of this world good.
Yeah, they're the best at the fest for sure. Multiple years. What's that year?
I don't know what the deal is.
Oh.
And then for me, I think locally it'd probably be Mantry, but I do like
some good Mantry stuff.
Mantry does some good stuff, but I do like some of the on the national scale, some of like the Evil Twin type stuff.
If I had to go like with Ohio,
Evil Twin, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
If I had to go just Ohio, I still feel like I'd gravitate towards Jackie O's.
Jackie O's is very solid.
Yeah, Jackie O's is good.
Dr. Frog does a lot of good stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we kept it to like our own like individual states.
Yeah, my own Commonwealth, I'd still have to say New Trail by a long shot.
Like for me, in New Hampshire, I would have to say Litherman's Limited is my favorite out of New Hampshire.
Oof.
That gives it more of a variation of breweries when you just like from your own state or Commonwealth or Providence or whatever.
Providence is
Providence, Ohio. But it's not Providence.
Some may say Province, some may say Providence. You know, we know what he's going. We know what he's talking
about. Providence.
I was just trying to keep it on the state level.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Well, I was thinking of the local and then maybe national, but local because a lot of people you don't get the local stuff. I mean, I think you guys some of the Mantry stuff that you've had.
The question was, what's your favorite craft brewery, not what your favorite local craft brewery was.
Yeah,
He was
I think just the commenter himself needs to step up his game or shut the fuck up.
I mean, if somebody says herbs down the street, you wouldn't know what herbs were, right? So it's kind of like I try to, a local and a national type flair.
Everybody, welcome Craig back from the 23-minute piss. That was
There he is.
impressive.
He went back to the piss up. So, Craig.
Yeah. Show
Craig,
what that turd's made of.
Craig, what is your favorite craft brewery? Was the question posed to the panel.
Oh.
Cloudwater.
It's going to be Cloudwater, maybe. I don't know.
No.
Cloudwater.
Cloudwater beers are not bad.
I think in the UK, I think Daya. I think they're really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, when I was thinking about it before, I had to pick JW Lee's. I just love them. Something about them. I just consider them a craft brewery. I just love the shit they do, the variants with their harvest ales. But for a second there, I was thinking Deviant. Because Deviant makes some fucking crazy ass, weird ass shit too. But I like the Daya answer a lot.
See, I've had enough for where Todd's at, but 18th Street makes some pretty good beers too.
Yeah, I'd put them right up there too.
What about 19th Street?
You don't want to go to 19th Street.
That's after hours.
That's across the track.
That's after hours.
Yeah.
That's across the track.
One of the not local, but one of the PA breweries that I've always been trying to get to. It's literally right next to the Ohio border, so it's really hard for me to get to. They just started doing online beer sales. The Beaver Brewing Company. They're actually a nano brewery. They're that small. And so I got a hold of them. I said, "Yo, I just want. Is there a chance I could get one of each?" And they're like, "No. You have to buy a 4-pack or 6-pack of every beer for us to ship it to you." And I was like, "Cool." And he's like, "Well, I'll supplement something if you want something with like he'll throw a 1-pack of something and mix up like a 3-pack with another one." And I was like, "What the fuck is this horse shit? What is this horse shit? Like, what the fuck is that?"
You say, "Work with me. I'm trying to help you get some more exposure. You're growing.
Yeah.
I've got
So
an outlet
take
for
out
you."
one from a 4-pack and put in another one, but you won't just give me ones of everything. What the fuck is
Did
this
you
shit?
mention that you were a famous YouTuber? Like,
Oh, he knows. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to Dan before. Like, I've talked to Dan. I've actually, I've talked to the head brewer, Dan, the owner of it, for years.
You know the owner.
Yeah,
Fancy
Dan.
shit.
He's the owner. Like, I've been talking to Dan for years. Like, hey, I've been trying to get to your place. It's fucking hard as shit. Let me buy all your beer from you, and I'll review it all. And he's like, "Can I get one of each, and I'll just review them?" Nope. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks." He was like, "But you can buy a 4-pack of each," and I was like, "Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. How about that?"
you should have been like, "Yeah, but you can fucking donate them to me and get some publicity."
The best brewery that I've ever had, and I'm not saying he would do this for everybody, but the best brewery that I've ever dealt with in PA that was like, how about you just take this fucking free shit and enjoy it, was Full Pint from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
North for Sales, Pennsylvania, that area. I walked in there, and Garrett, I know Garrett, or Barrett rather, and he's been on the cover, like his face is on the cover of their White Lightning, stuff like that. And I talked to Barrett, and I was like, "Yo, what's up? This and that. I'll take this. I'll take that." So he gave me a whole case, and what he did was he goes, "Let me give you 2 of everything, just so you have enough to review." I'm like, "Thanks," and I paid for it. He only charged me for a 6-pack, and then the rest of the areas in the case he filled up with their the rye barrel aged whiskey Imperial Stout. And he only charged me like $20 for the whole fucking thing. And I was like, "That was a raw J deal. I'll tell you that."
I'd have stamped it.
Yeah, he was. Boom, there you go. Because their cases, their standard cases alone is $50 a case. Not to mention the rye barrel aged Imperial Style. He just filled that up. I was like, "Dude, you were fucking awesome." Like just
Eric and his Miller 64 cap in front of the camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's freaking awesome.
It's really hard. It's really rare to find a brewery like in PA that are so like just like, "No, that's fucking cool. You're gonna review my shit. Here's some more shit for free."
No,
I didn't
that's
even
awesome.
tell him. Yeah, he surprised me. And I opened up and I'm like, "Holy fuck!"
Well, here's a question for
Hey Joe. Here's a question. Hey Joe, when does a rib beer? When does a rib beer deal become a raw J deal? This is what I'm confused about.
Wait a minute. Red beer deals are never raw J deals.
A raw J deal is getting things as cheap, like unhumanly cheap as possible.
Yeah,
Red beer deal is getting it for fucking free.
And then rating everything a 10 out of 10. You got a complete
process. Apples and oranges. A raw J deal involves beer. A red J deal involves pot. Raw J is beer. Red beer is
Red
pot.
J deal.
That's Red J. See,
Red
Red J
J
and
deal.
Raw J, completely different. Raw J is beer.
It's like a
Red
Raw
J
J
is
deal
pot.
with marijuana.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's a question. So for any of you that have gotten like beer from any of the do you feel, because there's some thoughts out there, like if you get beer from a brewery and they provide it to you, that you're going to be guilty into feeling like you have to give them a good review on something.
I've never
you
been
guys ever
guilty
feel
into
that?
filling it. I've never been guilty in filling anything. Ever.
I saw Craig nodding.
I
saw
gave it
like a
Craig
true
nodding.
nihilist.
So let's go to Craig because I saw him nodding. So Craig, what do you say?
No, you got to be honest. It's simple as that. If I don't like it, then they need to brew better beer.
Yeah. I think that's the case. You have to definitely be honest. I've had one that I didn't think was that great. I told the owner, and he was fine with it. He actually appreciated it. So
I remember the Home Sweet Home from Five Paddles. We all gave it a very firm negative but okay review. But it was firm though. It was like this isn't very good. I mean, it's okay, it's drinkable, but this is not something
Kind of
that you'd
review
want
where
to get.
you like the owner, but you hate the beer, kind of thing.
Exactly. Yes.
Don't shit all over it. Don't crumple up the can and throw it around.
Now,
Just be respectful.
the best review ever that I did, where I was very firm, was the what was it? The Appalachian Brewing Company's chocolate stout, and it was artificial flavors in a malt beverage, and like it just went off. And then I told the brewery he was a worthless cocksucker. That was probably. I mean, it was firm,
Nice.
but it wasn't. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean, like,
it was firm, all right. Yeah, okay.
yeah, it was firm. It was a firm review.
It was
I'd have to say as far as mine, it was difficult because this was
You
a
had
beer
one,
that
I
was,
think, Bumpy, right? That you felt guilty about it.
Nope, that wasn't even the
you?
one.
Okay.
I didn't post them. I did mention that one before
That
though.
was a review. It was a
No,
burger.
the toughest one I had, because I actually posted it and I was very honest with it, was it was from a local craft brewery. It was a beer that was not yet out to public.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is a bartender, so the brewery supplies the bar with beer, and they give the bartenders samples so that they can taste them and kind of get a cue of what might be in the keg that they're going to be serving their customers. So my wife brought it home to me, a beer that's not even out yet, which I don't even know if she's allowed to do. But I posted a video of it, and I stated, yes, my wife's a bartender, and
So if she wasn't supposed to do it, now the whole world knows about it.
right. So who knows? But anyway, I posted the video, and I said, it was it was a decent beer, but it's not something I would really go out and buy.
Right.
And I then got a comment from somebody that I've never had a comment from before, saying thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
Which
That's
I'm thinking may have been from the brewery itself, somebody that kind of works there or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they have since released that beer, and I've not yet bought it. It is Concord Craft's Finding Nipa. It's a session IPA.
Like
Finding
Nemo.
Nipa.
Yeah.
It's like Finding Nemo.
Well, I had something similar
Clever.
to that. My wife at the time went to a local brewery here and bought a growler of their IPA and brought it home to me. And she's like,
Finding Neighbor as the neighbor's penis.
And I reviewed it, and I said, basically, I was like, this is super thin. It's lackluster. It's just the way it is. I mean, I just kind of reviewed it as I got it right out of a growler, right from the thing, right home. And all I got this guy. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. And he just, you obviously don't know what you're doing. You are obviously an idiot. You don't know how to taste beer. This beer is obviously old. This beer, you know what I mean? Like the whole, and it found out that's the head brewer of the brewery.
Yeah.
And he just ran me down, and then he emailed me personally, and then ran me down some more.
Wow!
And just called me some names and some horrible things. So I copied and pasted both of those messages, and then the the comment on my thing, and I sent it to Paul Finley, Paul Finley, which is the marketing director for the brewery, because I already had his contact information because I was already talking about him. I said, so this is the guy brewing your beer, and this is how he represents yourself for your brewery, and this is how he sells. You know what I mean? Like, and then the next month, there in the paper there was a advertisement for a new head brewer at that bar. And I was like, yeah, I feel like I had something to do with that. I was like, and you're done. There you go.
Rod, when's Paul's spotlight? That'd be.
We haven't set up Paul's spotlight.
Everyone wants to know.
We haven't done yours yet, Craig, either. So
yeah. When people like me usually have a spotlight on, it's from a helicopter and I'm covered with blood. So I mean, usually I'm not used to that.
It's running through the woods.
Are you carrying a lamb or a baby cow?
It's been spotted.
Yeah.
No, but that's actually kind of interesting. I was trying to think back, and the thing I thought about crazy was the story, and he's not here tonight, but Dan, he had a thing in Canada from one of his buddies who basically got contacted by one of the breweries about something they did on their blog, and they pretty much said, well, you're fired as a blogger. Like, you can't fire someone that doesn't work for you. Like, the whole thing was just crazy how they fired back at him on stuff. So
yep, the thing is, if you're going to put yourself out to the public, you should be able there to ready to receive like positive or negative like ideas, what the word is
criticism.
Criticism. You know what I mean? Like positive or negative. And if you can't handle that, you should not put them out there for the public to review.
Chris Peters.
Yeah, Chris Peters. I mean, just turn off your camera, pick your nose in your own fucking house, and listen to shitty metal and call yourself black metal. Just do your own thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way it is.
Yourself underground metal and listen to Slipknot. Nothing.
In other words, stay in your lane, right? Stay in your lane. Don't divert. That's the thing is, like, if you're just in a Geo Metro, don't get in the lane with all the fucking Lamborghinis and get pissed that they blow you by. I mean, it's one of those kind of deals.
Joe, you're not falling asleep over there.
A Geo Metro. Haven't heard that in years.
Geo Metro.
I'll tell you what, Geo Metros are light because they're made of snakeskin. It's one of those kind of deals.
Asleep over there, are you?
No, Joe's waiting to do comments, but it was like everybody was talking, I think.
No,
don't worry. Joe can overtalk any of us.
I have given up on comments.
Do we still have comments, Joe?
I'd imagine we do. I don't know.
They're probably not that fucking good.
No, they're probably not that important.
Do your Dusty Rose and do the comments.
That's not how we do this.
Do your Greg. Do your Greg Dusty Rose.
Your Greg Dusty Rose.
Do your Dusty Greg.
I'm not a fucking puppet. I'm gonna read these comments.
Baby, you know what, chat?
Before you do the
Joe, for those of you
more chat.
For those of you that may not made it as far on Joe's spotlight, we talked about wrestling. And he would not give a beer for the Macho Man. He just couldn't.
No, I couldn't, because there's no beer if you can't contain the madness. You can't contain the madness. You can't. Sorry, you can't.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something.
All right, you've opened up a can of worms that you cannot close.
He's just saying. Just like saying,
Miss Elizabeth.
Every
it's
beer
just saying, like,
Macho Man. This one needs even more Jesus.
even
better than the best.
I just think we should salute Craig for hanging in with us tonight, because he's like 5 hours ahead of us over there. Is it 5 or 6 now? Because you use the time change.
He just woke up. He's good.
Yeah.
20 past 4.
Yeah, there you go. Right. So Craig, our international correspondent.
And this is Alan Colada.
Just an IPA colada.
Yeah. This is Howard Cosell talking to our international collaborator, Craig.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Exactly. International correspondent drinking Gary's from Maine.
Gary's from Maine here. Well, this is Howard Cosell.
Which is the funniest thing, because Craig will get craft beer that we can't get because of our state distribution, how we do it in America. And Craig would be like, "Oh, I'm drinking blah blah blah." I was like, "I can't get that in my damn state. How do you have it in the UK?"
He's like, "Oh, don't worry, I got a Trillium, I got a Tree House, I got a Lassie Sminos. Who gives a shit?"
Yeah, I got Hill Farmstead.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
Like
are all
crazy.
shelf turds here.
It's all right. It's not bad. They're saying it's an English pale ale, but it tastes like an English bitter.
Oh, poo-hoo to you.
In his BrewDog glass.
There you go.
Joe.
Appropriate.
Joe, comments, brother.
Joe, help us.
Oh, what the fuck!
Before you do, Joe, I gotta go, guys.
All right, leave Todd.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thanks, Todd, for hanging
Thanks for having
in.
me on. Yeah, thanks for having me on. We'll see you
Todd,
on Thursday.
Good
night, Todd.
All these people saved you from an ass whipping in NBA 2K19, by the way. So
There's always tomorrow night.
yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah. Have Shannon slap me for. Have Shannon slap me for me. Just have her slap you.
I'll do that. I'll do that just for you, Paul.
Yeah.
I'll even scream your name. All right, see you guys. On that note, I'm out.
Well,
We
leave.
got Joe.
I'm trying.
Leave faster.
Joe.
Okay, no, yeah, no. Listen, I'm just letting everyone get now whatever they're saying. Let me read the comments. They're long and it's very hard.
Lugubrious.
Anyway, all right, so Vanessa Kitty says, and these are all really old, by the way. The Brazilian place in Fort Worth is nice. James says, drank some beers. Vanessa Kitty says, I am on a lot of gun-related chats too.
Yeah. Wow, there you go.
And,
Yes.
and, and several mathematics channels as well.
Oh, you can add.
Well,
the
seems to
bullet
be a
soup
math.
shooting.
Seems to be a math professor or teacher. Yeah. So
There you go.
So how many clips do you get with 1 million bullets?
All right, I'll probably end up. I'll end up reading that answer sometime in
Depending
2020.
on the gun, motherfucker.
James says craft beer.
It's in the average 24-32 clip.
Go ahead, Joe.
Done. Are you guys done? Craft beer. James says craft beer ? I like Coors, especially the banquet beer, which Paul already shit on.
Eric loves. Eric offset him. Eric loves it.
Yeah, and then Eric Gilbert says suck lines suck. James continues with no, but seriously, I could name several craft breweries, but you guys can't get them.
Look at me, man. Look at that.
Yeah, I'd name them.
I can get everything.
Except for you or Kent. Eric Gilbert says Miller Lite Sons. Joe Gansel says Fort George is his favorite, and I've heard good things about Fort George.
They're good. They're great.
I've had one of their beers, and it was pretty fucking delicious. I'd imagine they do make pretty fucking tasty beer. Vanessa Kitty. Why I can't say her name. Vanessa.
Vanessa Katie.
23 craft breweries within 20 miles of her location.
Did you just call her Caitlyn Jenner?
Wow.
Oh.
What the fuck?
With Vanessa, you talk to
Vanessa Caitlyn.
I did not. And also, Eric Gilbert says, wow, Hill Farmstead. Day Shift Beer Review says, I got to say right now, my favorite is Holy City Brewing, but small local scale is Parkersburg Brewing Company, who won a gold medal for Cell Block 304. I've never heard of Parkersburg Brewing.
No, never.
Eric Gilbert says Blood Brothers is his favorite for now. Man Antler is creeping in there lately, though.
Where are they from?
Blood Brothers in Toronto. Man Antler is in...
Nowhere.
What?
Nowhere.
Man Antler doesn't exist?
No, they exist. They're like, it's like between Toronto and Geet.
Okay. Well,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Between that and Ottawa.
Ashley says he's never seen any Black Swan anywhere in this area, and I don't see any of it on Instagram either, which is weird. Well, I don't think they distributed it.
I was going to say, they didn't used to, when we had them, they weren't in the LCBO or anything like that. You had to go to the brewery.
Not expanded.
Yeah. All right. Ashley then says Blood Brothers is solid, and he's loving everything half hours on Earth lately.
Oh, hey, sexy Ashton, how you doing?
So I don't have to read his comments. Fucking great. Okay, here
Yeah,
we go.
good.
How's it going?
What are you drinking, Ashley?
Mr.
We'll get through this. And then we'll read
Well,
the comments.
I had some family over yesterday for Father's Day.
There
So
you go. You got it. Okay.
So I'm drinking some leftovers. It's a fucking grower's cooler. It's a wine cooler.
Can you keep it the fuck down a little bit?
Yeah, you might be the most disappointing person right now in this chat, and that's saying a lot. Here we go. Whiskey Throttle says, "Oh my God, he's back." I don't know.
Oh, I do have a surprise for Eric, a Lions fan, aka you're gonna lose this year. I'll be right back.
Look at that! Surprise, but you're gonna walk away.
This might be bad. Keep
All right, James says the localer. He actually said the localer, the better.
The localer. The more local.
L-O-C-A-L-E-R. The localer.
We'll
the
make
better.
it a new word. The word.
Eric Glover says he loves their sours. Ashley, haven't been to the brewery yet. Usually get their stuff downtown. Dirty Shawa.
Shawa.
The schwa.
It just sounds like it actually said dirty Shawa.
If that's like Wawa, Wawa's a good spot to go to.
Aussie Outlaw says
Wawa PA sucks.
Not in New Jersey. I love a Wawa shorty right about now.
No.
James says, "Well, pot does go well with craft beer."
Wawa shorty, like short for like gas station hooker.
No, it's yeah, pretty much.
Shorty is a sub.
Special one is $6 for a sixer of pints, and the Whiskey Throttle says, "This looks like a train wreck waiting to happen. It's already happened."
Oh, it's been
already
happening, brother. Already.
Joe Gansel says, Joe Gansel actually has a good question. So I'll save to the end. I'm reading these comments before he's talking. And Whiskey Throttle says that's because the beer patrol is a jabroni. Nice.
You are
jabroni.
Yeah.
Jabroni.
And then he asked Todd not to go. And then Whiskey Throttle says, "You read so slow." And I do. And you're lucky I haven't read your comments, Whiskey Throttle, because they're fucking terrible. Also, he says, "Eric Gilbert, hello." And then Rod says to Ashley, "I just sent you a link." And then James says, "I'm in Chicago, and I like these breweries the most. Dovetail, Metropolitan, Maplewood, Spiteful, Half Acre, Revolution, and Two Brothers."
Lucky,
they got a good amount of Chicago.
If you're actually in the Chicago area, check out Lucky Monk too. It's up near Hoffman Estates.
Yeah.
Good.
And then Whiskey Throttle says, "If you would comment, we could highlight your name." Duh. I don't want my name highlighted at all there, Whiskey Throttle.
You should highlight your name. You're a beer to the spotlight. You highlight your name.
Fuck my spotlight.
Actually, if I was up in if I was in Chicago again, I'd like to check out Revolution Brewing Company.
Revolution's good. Yeah.
Who said this was going to be a train wreck? Because I want to know who they're going to bring the rear.
What? I think that sentence kind of clarified his.
Sorry, what was that?
Joe Gansel has.
I thought somebody was saying my native language.
What? Canadian? Drunken Canadian maple syrup sucker.
Joe Gansel has a good question, and he says, "What is all of your guys' guilty pleasure beer?"
Oh, I was gonna say guilty pleasure. I can't talk about that.
That's a guilty pleasure beer. It's like the beer you drink when you're masturbating. What's that?
Oh, Jesus. Actually, my guilty pleasure beer that I will buy no matter what, just to have a good time, is always Lagunitas IPA.
Really?
New Holland.
I would not expect that from you.
I will buy Lagunitas IPA every fucking time.
New Holland's Dragon's Milk for me.
Dragon's Milk, okay.
Yeah, and where he is, it's literally, I've never seen this in my life. It's like 12-ounce bottles where I live is $29 a 4-pack. I went up to Auburn Hills. They're holding it up, like they're holding doors open with cases of it, and it says $5.99. Please take this a case. I've never seen this in my life. Get this the fuck out of our store. I've never seen this shit in my life. I got a bomber of Dragon's Milk from the I call it Measures because it's not spelled Myers, but I call it Measures. And it's Myers apparently. But it was
Meyer.
No, it's called Measures. But anyway, it was $2.99 or $3.99 a bomber for Dragon's Milk. It was stupid cheap.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
that is insane.
Yeah.
How could anyone of anyone pass down a $2.99 bourbon barrel aged imperial stout?
I couldn't.
I couldn't.
I'm like, fuck it. How many more of these you got? Just put them all in
Exactly.
the
I was
cart.
like, just
Put them all
load
in
up
the
the
cart.
cart, motherfucker. Load up the cart.
Well, the Berkshire Brew Company made a down
What was that, Trump?
price
What
it
you
was.
saying?
Breaking up.
Apparently, it was Berkshire Brew.
Your connection is how do you stay poor right now?
It's like,
shit.
Who invited Redbeard?
I said
Redbeard.
I am no longer reading comments.
Here.
This is
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
I
So
thought,
what
I thought
was-
someone had to work.
well, I was going
Yeah, I
to
thought
say,
Redbeard was working.
I went to work and we got to the job and we couldn't do the job, so we have to reschedule the job.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it's because your rib was still
Oh.
hurting.
Backtrack.
It does
So
still hurt,
now
but
you've
I'm able to work
you've,
it.
you've
well, I was
gotten
going
off.
to say, Nick was asking me, we were going to probably end a little bit, but you hear.
Fuck, that's not what I do.
Wasn't me.
But
You've gotten off on your job now, Redbeard.
wait a minute, don't talk about Redbeard getting off. But the other thing is,
Ew.
let's stay on topic.
Yeah.
What is the guilty
Topic.
pleasure beers?
Guilty
All
What
right,
is your
so-
guilty pleasure beers, people?
All right. Well, do you want to go to me? I don't know if I can.
Well, you're up. Might as well
Go
and
ahead.
Do it.
Go ahead,
Do it.
Bumpy.
My
Do it while you come through.
I don't know if I can call this a guilty pleasure because I'm actually going to have a video coming out about how much I love it.
Oh,
But
that's a
it's
guilty
the,
pleasure.
Well, it's the Budweiser Chelada
Why don't we go to Bumpy again?
God.
with the Clamato. With the Clamato.
There's not a lot of gross shit said this evening.
Before
That
you
might be
drank
more
that, was
comfy.
there a time where you considered like
I've
life was
been
meaningless?
buying on a weekly basis for the past 4 weeks.
Good Lord.
Are you
Wow,
married?
you're hooked on it.
I love it so much.
It's got
I
like
put hot
it's got you
sauce
like
in it.
Mookie on the pipe in New Jack City.
Are you like happily married? Like what the fuck? Like
Like Tyrone Biggums, I need to get some of that chelada.
Jesus.
Well,
Christ.
all I can say to that question
I'll
is,
get any more of that Bud Light Chelada.
Yeah. Like, oh, you got
Yeah.
any more of that? Oh Jesus. Oh shit.
Got any more of that chelada?
Oh.
Don't spit your beer out. Don't spit your
Right.
beer out.
Oh.
Pleasure.
I guess it was a guilty pleasure.
It is a guilty pleasure. I think
went
you nailed
to the
definition
doctor.
there.
I went to the
I
doctor.
love it. I
Why?
love it.
I wanted to give my wife more eyes. Why? So I can make them black.
What's up, Craig?
Oh,
I
Jesus.
see.
I want to hit them more.
Craig,
Bumpy in the
I
corner store looking for the cheladas. Hilarious.
Well, actually, shit. No, I went to 3 different stores looking for it.
Yeah, you got the.
I spent an hour driving around to pick up a 4-pack of
Dude,
Chelada.
you don't have a guilty pleasure. You need a fucking therapist.
I don't know anybody that's driven around 3 stores looking for chelada like that before.
I see you, Craig. Craig, I see you.
You have to understand,
Hold on.
like if you wanna, if
Me, buddy, right here.
Look at Joe. He's just sitting here just like this. Like,
you don't have to buy. Like I say, if you want to trade beer,
Come on, Craig.
we will send you all the cheladas. If you want to just trade beer, you don't have to buy cheladas.
Craig.
oh,
Sweet.
Craig.
But
What about that? So we know Bumpy's a chelada. Craig, what is your guilty pleasure beer?
What's that? I mean,
Something you got to have all the time, like
yeah, but I like Murphy's. I think that's all right.
Murphy's Irish Stout. All right. What's that?
I need you, Craig. Craig.
Everybody cough.
Oh man. Sorry.
Who just put that up there? I gotta put that on the screen. Don't put it back, Nick. Put it back up there.
Don't get any more of the Bud Light Cheladas.
Nick, put it back up.
I like cheladas.
Oh, that was awesome.
poor Joe sitting behind his mic right there. Like
I'm having a great time. Nick, what's your guilty pleasure?
Nick, your guilty pleasure.
What is my guilty pleasure? If I was to buy any beer that I'm somewhat ashamed of buying, but I still really like and enjoy every once in a while as a sessionable beer, I'd have to give it to Moosehead. It's my local brewery.
Just a regular Moosehead, or
Might
is
be
it-
a regular old Moosehead, like a Moosehead lager.
got
It's a great
drunk by
quenching beer if you
campfire
want
on
to.
Moosehead once, and it was actually not that bad. I
like
don't
Moosehead
buy
beer.
it, but yeah. Well, yeah, but you're you. But like, you know,
Yeah, I know it's brewed here. I get it super fresh. Not that it matters much, but I mean, it's an easy drinking lager.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Somebody's got to.
Actually, worse than that is for people that know Pennsylvania beer, something that I used
We
to buy
don't,
all the
Paul.
time. Now I know because if Greg was here, he would tell you how about Weyerbacher is his best Chicago brewery. But I used to buy Straub Special Dark Lager. That was my thing, and that's like little Yinling around here. So I used to buy that. But like, yeah, my normal thing is
Little
Lagunitas.
Yingling.
Yeah.
Ding-a-ling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little dingaling. Yeah, around here.
Ding-a-ling yang.
I do have something that I'm going to drink for Eric.
Right here.
Oh shit! How'd that get announced?
Well, I dated this fucking cunt that wanted to drink this, and then she left.
Wow! I shouldn't have asked the question. I shouldn't have asked.
Don't ask. Don't
I shouldn't
ask.
have asked.
What is your
Red Beer, your guilty pleasure?
I just noticed Joe has this peanut butter shake beside him.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Don't worry,
Shit.
don't worry about it.
You're supposed to be
Frankie Redbeard. I know it's gross, and I had no, and it was.
Redbeard noticed the
I'm
peanut
glad.
butter shake rather than a big black mic in front of Joe's face.
I heard that.
I knew it was gross. I feel like it would have been fun. What's fun duo?
We'll do something else. We'll do something else like a collective art or something. I want to something.
This can's so cold it hurts my fingers.
As far as my
Miller Lite's not bad.
I don't have like any macro kind of.
Well, it doesn't be macro like a beer you always.
Beer, your go-to beer that you're ashamed of, kind of thing.
I would say basically
anything from New Ontario.
Exactly. Words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically,
whatever makes your ribs stop hurting.
At this point in time, pretty much anything from New Ontario because they are so inconsistent and just so weird with what they call their beers and stuff.
Ontario.
Shit, I was sorry, I didn't mean to ruin it. I was making a
Don't
joke.
let Lick control what you're thinking there. I mean,
If I had to pick a guilty pleasure Ontario,
Nick
brew,
literally
I'd say
did
Pompous
finish my
Ass.
sentence for me. Nick.
Ashley, what you go?
I'm sorry, Redbeard. I didn't mean to do that. I just
Hey,
gotta.
Joe, do you have an Ontario brew that is your guilty pleasure? Because I'd have to say Pompous Ass.
Nope.
Nope. You don't have a guilty pleasure Ontario brew? Like
Pale
all
ale.
the brews out of Ontario.
I can hear it just lay back, lean Fat Joe, lean back.
No one
Go
asked
ahead.
me shit.
Go ahead, Ashley. What's
Do
your
it next time.
I was
Wow,
just
you
gonna
get through
say
you.
my guilty pleasure is steam whistle. This is a straight pilsner.
Can't argue with that.
Oh my god.
More of a gay pilsner, I think. I don't know.
Excuse me, what?
Well, I can't.
What was that?
I never had steam whistle, so
I mean,
don't
red beer loves it.
Red Beer loves
Purity,
it.
he took the purity seal right out of his mouth.
What?
You were.
Yeah. Guilty pleasure. It's a founder's beer, so therefore I'm guilty.
No,
Guilty pleasure is a Cantillon something.
I still can't fathom the whole founders. Oh my god!
I know. Well, I like the solid gold. I really like it.
You are.
The solid gold is
That's
actually
like
not a.
this in a fucking can.
Solid
You're
gold.
drinking-
Like
you're
Miller
drinking-
Lite and Miller Product.
Eric, you can't
Eric, I'm
say
gonna need you to
anything.
settle down.
Piss in a can.
Nobody reacts
No.
as badly as your like we are all
I
giving
would-
your
I
guilty
would- I
pleasure
would put
beers.
I would put
The
solid
worst
lager
reactions
above
to yours.
Miller.
I would put fucking probably everybody's urine above Miller. Are you serious?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Unless you're beer analysis
Eric.
101.
Yeah.
Eric, you can't use the word piss in a can.
Yes,
you
I
can't.
can.
No, you can't. Solid gold is better than all Miller products.
No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
No, it is.
Pretty
It is.
much is.
Fact.
Yeah.
It is.
Fact.
It is.
I like
Pretty much is.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah.
I think Tron is trying to speak again. What'd you
Yeah,
say, Jesse?
Jesse, on a scale of 1 to start your fucking ice fucking
Well,
period.
if you add
Does
price
not
into
compute.
if you add price into the figure, so what's coming out of your pocket, paying craft beer prices.
You were fine for a minute there, and then just back.
You went a little Max Headroom there at the end.
This cost me $1.89.
Yeah.
Gold is irrelevant.
It's your internet connection or something, Jesse.
It's irrelevant.
Your sound is coming through. Like,
Shut up, Redbeard.
Well, with
That's
you,
$1 an ounce.
with
Stop
you,
downloading
with
porn.
you, I would say, the solid
less
gold
than
is a
10
pretty
cents an
solid
ounce.
lager. It's a pretty solid lager, so I
You
can't
say
hate
$1
on
an
that.
ounce or 10 cents an ounce?
Solid gold is a pretty solid shelf turd.
And then for Joe, okay, Joe, what other half is your guilty pleasure?
There's no $85. Your other half beers, they're all guilty pleasures. It's Jetty Cream Ale. That's my guilty pleasure.
Really?
I knew it would be
I was gonna say
too.
that.
Yeah, no, I knew it would be. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Next question, Joe, and to the panel. What is your the next state over, the closest state, the best beer of that state? Not because I'm trying to take a homerism out of it. The next state or province over.
For guilty pleasure or for?
You're just saying the favorite brewery for the state next to you?
Oh, he was fucking around. He left.
What the hell?
That's
I didn't say my
yeah,
guilty. I didn't say my guilty pleasure, which is one that Joe adores.
Oh, Genesee.
And we fuck
all the bitches.
Bell's
All the
Oberon.
bitches.
Oh, fuck off!
Fuck those American wheat ales.
All right.
Bell's Oberon. I'd rather drink fucking Miller
I
Lite.
buy it every year. It signals
I
spring to me when
no,
Bell's
fucking
Oberon.
American
I would
wheat.
actually, I would give $5 for someone to take it away from me. God damn it, Rod.
Well, let me ask you this, Rod J. Do you like the flavor? Do you like the flavor of chewing on a condom? Because that's what Bell's Oberon tastes like. Me.
Well, I have to wonder, Jesse, if you've chewed on a condom before, because I've never chewed on a condom, so I'm not
a
sure.
condom full of wet straw.
I'm not sure how they match up, but I like Bell's Oberon. That's my guilty
Bell's
pleasure.
Oberon.
I buy it every spring.
Jesus.
Oh my god! I think I'm back just to talk shit. That's fucking bullshit.
It's horrible. It's so bad.
It's a guilty pleasure. It's not like something you're proud of. It's a guilty pleasure.
I would drink this over Bell's Oberon, and I hate this.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
why
just
you would
saying.
do that, Paul. At all. I have no idea.
I'm trying to be nice to that weirdo called Eric that doesn't like good fucking sports.
Paul, I haven't even seen you take a drink yet.
He's not. He's never going to open the can.
Did you put that in a snifter glass at that? That's Miller Lite.
It's Miller Lite. This is the classiest Miller Lite.
Why would you dirty a glass for a Miller Lite?
Shut the fuck up, Rod.
I put my fucking natter days in a tulip. I mean,
I'm more surprised you can dirty a glass with Miller Lite. Isn't it mostly water?
Show me that can. Where's the description? Where's the description about how to shotgun that thing?
Yeah, shotgun. You should shotgun Miller Lite.
All I can say is it's so cold. I can't deal with this.
You don't want it warm. I tell you that. You don't want it warm.
It's so cold.
When it's warm, it probably turns into an American Wild Ale. That's probably what happens.
So what was Ewer's question before you disappeared?
Hey, no. Let me rephrase again. What's your
Don't let him finish this sentence. He's gonna fucking drop out. Just fucking talk over him.
What's your guys' favorite beer from? You're staying over.
Hey, we need someone to talk over someone. Redbeard, it's your turn.
Go. This is your moment. No, it's Paul.
Come on, Redbeard. What's your
Look at Gary's like, fuck you guys.
What's your most
Redbeard is all serious. It's like when I did a spotlight. He's all serious. I'm like, why are you all serious?
Well, honest question for the panel. How many people have had Thomas Hardy's ale?
What?
I haven't picked it.
There you left again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's gonna be the new joke.
I have a bottle in my fridge waiting for beer analysis.
Yep, we got beer analysis. We're gonna do that.
I've actually had Thomas Hardy here, but I haven't picked it up yet. But everybody says it's pretty good. So
Yeah,
I
grab
pick
it.
up a bottle of it.
Nick,
Yeah, grab it.
what is the beer this week?
What year is it?
What?
What is the beer this week?
It's that Jungle Gin.
Sparkle
I
Puff.
forgot
We're
what
doing
year
Sparkle Puff.
they have it there.
Okay, I'm not again working, so
Okay.
I might come in virtually. I might just not be on this one.
All right.
What year?
Rod's thinking of coming on ours.
For the Sparkle Puff?
Yeah, I'm hoping you know.
Yeah, do I gotta wear sparkles or anything, or just show up?
No actual sparkles, just show
okay,
up.
because it is Sparkle Puff. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do Sparkle Puff, I need sparkles.
Yeah, but it's tops optional though.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Tits out.
Yeah. I know you want to get going soon, Rod. So let me read the rest of the comments here before.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let me do that.
Because we are approaching midnight here pretty soon.
Yeah, I fucking don't even know where these comments are. Here we go.
It's getting late. Yeah.
It's getting late, right, Craig?
Yeah.
It's getting early.
Craig mentally checked out about an hour and a half ago.
Does Craig go to sleep before breakfast or after breakfast?
Well, probably after you got to eat breakfast.
Like how much do you sleep in a night anyway? Like
okay,
5 hours?
let.
All right, go ahead.
Let me hear it.
All right, but at least
Go,
I'm
Joe.
hydrated.
Just go.
All right, I'll just read them, and if people talk over me, whatever.
Yeah, sure,
James says, yeah, Lagunitas IPA is like water in Chicago. He also says, Dragon's Milk is awesome. Whiskey Throttle says, oh my God, it's Redbeard. And then John and Neely says, I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight. Rajay, thanks so much for the invite. And then he says, by the way, his guilty pleasure beer, Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout.
Well, Steph. Isn't that funny?
That's a good beer.
It's like people are like, okay, I got to sign off now. Oh, I'm still commenting. I'm in the bed.
And then Whiskey Throttle says he needs a whiskey if he's going to watch this, Rod.
Well, Whiskey Throttle, I've seen your cellar. You have a lot of whiskeys to choose from.
That is true. John Neely says, thanks again. Hopefully I can join you guys again soon. Cheers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I might join your Stout Sundays at some point, too.
Yeah, it's nice to actually be on a chat with. It's cool.
Ewart says, fuck you, Joe. Read my comments. Bumpy is a robot. I read your comments. Bumpy is a robot. Fuck you, Ewart.
Bumpy, a.k.a. Tron.
Jermaine Kwando says, Colt 45 is his guilty pleasure beer.
Colt 45.
Wow.
Yeah,
Colt 45 gets you here all the time or something.
Whiskey Throttle in all caps says, yeah, Moosehead. Woo! How about it? James says, wow, he hasn't had a Moosehead since the 80s. Joe Gansel said Moosehead is good, so everybody's just fucking patting Nick on the back. Fantastic. Whiskey Throttle says,
don't pat Nick on the back. We don't need that.
Yeah. Whiskey Throttle says,
more than Moosehead.
Whiskey Throttle says he's drinking a Beck's. Does that count as a guilty pleasure? I'd say it does.
Yeah.
Shit, buddy. Yeah.
I've had a Beck's in years. Yeah.
Last Beck's I had was horrible.
Joe Gansel says it's not bad. I don't know if he's referencing Moosehead or Beck's. Probably both. James says dark lagers are my gateway to craft beer. I could see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Burning Beard says, I'm wondering if we could possibly get more people on Cam and Jesse. And
Is Jesse sleep? Is Jesse sleep there?
I don't know. Sure about that.
He was out for a second.
He's still alive.
Oh, there he is. Brewery.
There you go.
Down.
Yep. Cody Stark says, hey guys, how you doing? What's up, Cody?
Cheers, Cody. Just saw your video too. I saw the beer you were brewing there. Nice.
Whiskey Throttle says another reason not to go to Pennsylvania. Something, Paul.
Yeah, believe me, the less people from out of state, I don't want them here. So there's
and then he also
stay out.
He always feels like loading the rifle and shooting the cans down from behind. I guess that's me, but it could be other people as well. I don't know.
Boo, no, it's you. Boo, 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 boo.
Cody Stark says Solid Gold is a good beer. Tasted like they use lemon drop good in it. Which
no, it's not.
All right, Eric.
Solid Gold would be an awesome strip club in February.
Yep. Joe Gansel agrees that Solid Gold is a good beer.
Yeah.
Cody Stark said he had a Genesee cream ale and compared it to his cream ale, and he thought his cream ale turned out pretty good.
Better than Genesee, though.
I don't think he said it was better. He just said it turned out pretty good. I mean,
that would be the question. Was it better than Genesee? Yeah.
Did the word good get used? Then it's better than Genesee.
All right, fuck you, Paul. Whiskey Throttle. Whiskey Throttle says original 16 next province over. So he answered Ewert's question, which wasn't actually a question because Ewert's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Whiskey Throttle says, how does he know what chewing a condom is like? That's a good question.
That's what I was saying. I couldn't compare it. I was all on him on. how the condom tastes.
All right. Well, okay. I did a tasting video on it on Oberon.
I thought you meant on a condom.
On condom.
I thought he meant condom too. What they do?
I think I'd spent
A Durex versus a Magnum.
yeah.
Couldn't fit the Magnum
Make it
in.
fit in your mouth.
You gotta unhinge your jaw.
Burning Beard says chewing on a used common. You know Becky too. Burning
Eskimo brothers.
Yeah, and then he says, "Can we please get a guy with a thick Scottish accent to replace Jesse?" And then you do it shows up and said, "Did someone say beer?" Question. And he laughed at Burning Beard's comment. And then you do it says, "I love Cape May Brewing IPA here in New Jersey. If I can't get that, I go for Goose Island IPA or Dogfish Heads IPA, which I'd imagine means 60-minute." And then Cody Stark says his Hefeweizen is going in the right direction. I was looking for a little bit more banana than clove, and I open fermented it too. And we have caught up on all fucking comments.
Nice.
That's-
Yeah. Cody's doing a good job brewing his beer. He's got it going on.
So I've learned tonight that condoms are not funny.
You're
chewing on them.
You're the only one
Hilarious.
You got any gum around? No. How about a condom? All right, I'll take that.
They were saying like the gummy, the gut less teeth the better.
All right,
Oh,
Nick, you're gonna shut your mouth going forward.
And he's gonna be quiet for the rest of the night.
Oh my goodness! Well, that all being said, we've actually gone for a while tonight. I think I don't even know
Too
what time
long.
we started,
About
but it's
3 hours too long.
Wow.
I think we made you a total of like 30 cents, Roger.
maybe
30 cents of beer tube monies.
Before we turn it over to Eric, because this is Eric's spotlight when he gets to come in here and do his thing. Make sure you check out all these guys. Check out their channels. Check out Eric and Lions Fans. Check out Bumpy Beer Reviews. Check out PA Brew News. Check out Maxwell Star. Check out Red Beer. Check out Section Brewing. Check out the Beer Patrol. All these guys have great channels on here. The people we had on here earlier, well, you were just having a channel, but he disappeared. And Todd has a channel, he disappeared. So the people in the chat, make sure you check out people there. Check out Craig at Kemp Beer Reviews as well. And if you like beer, it's the place to be. And these guys will all set you up nicely. So that being said, because we care and we love all of you, Eric, you have the floor.
All right,
With a
guys.
condom.
What's that, Bumpy?
It said with a condom.
A chewed used condom.
Guys, if you had too much to drink, please don't wear a condom and please get a designated driver.
Wait a minute. You said if they had too much to drink, don't wear a condom.
Don't wear a condom.
You want them to wear a condom, they had too much to drink.
Propagate.
And you knock her up, that's on you.
It's off to a great start. Great start.
Yeah.
It's like the whole Trump thing. Someone coughed. Let's go back. Start it over again. Eric, go ahead.
Fuck, go back to licking hole.
Licking Hole Creek.
Mm.
Guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. It's stupid to drive home drunk because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid-ass sobriety test, and you get a free ride to jail. You're going to have court fees and then possible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, your ass is going to be in the slammer. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends and put yourself 6 feet under. Just sleep off your buzz, get your car the next day, get an Uber, taxi, Lyft, have a bartender get your ride, have somebody at the bar take you home. Because in this day and age, you're going to have thousands upon thousands of dollars in court costs, and it's just not worth it, all right? Just sleep off your buzz.
You know what? Up here, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Canada-wide, but there's a new thing up here. It's called U-Ride. It's here in North Bay now. We have a rideshare program in North Bay. It's called a U-Ride. So, just add that in to the next one.
Well, you guys are definitely more progressive than we are in the U.S. It's kind of like find your own way home down here.
Yeah, basically, if you say like I'm too drunk to drive home, they're like walk, and we'll call the cops to make sure you get picked up. And
One night, I got driven home by a cop. I was with some friends, and I like fell. I wasn't even. I was drunk, but not like hammered. But I tripped over the curb and I fell. And he was like, "There was a cop right there," and he's like, "Come with me." Put me in the back. Where do you live? And drove me home. And I was like, the whole time I was like, dude, you could be stopping actual crime right now. Like, I'm fine. What's going on?
Yeah, the way to say, like, here, the best you can hope for is a drunken public fine that could result in something else. I mean, that's the best you can hope for.
Yeah,
I'm curious how Redbeard stayed on the back of the horse.
Mounties.
Fucking yeah, joke's on you. He put me in the dog sled, asshole.
It figures we would end this chat with another fucking horrendous dad joke courtesy of Bumpy. That's how we're ending this one.
So we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Thanks for everybody that watched tonight. Like I said, check these guys out because they all got their own different things happening on their channels. They're all kind of crazy.
And it's all fucking terrible. All of
And in fact, this is what I'm going to do. And I'll post a thing tomorrow in the community tab. Who do you want to see next for the next Beer Tuber Spotlight? We've had Redbeard. We've had the Beer Patrol.
Yeah, me.
I'm going to open it up. You've seen some of the contestants on here. Eric and Lions Fan already did it before, but you got Bumpy, you got Craig with Cat Beer Reviews, you got Maxwell Star, you got PA Brew News. Maybe some of the other people out there. Put a comment in there.
Ewart, clearly Ewart.
Yeah,
well, not Ewart. You guys
clearly Ewart.
You got Sexton. Sexton is
you
silent.
got Sexton Brewing. I'm going to put a thing in the community tab tomorrow, like to ask you who you would think you would like to see for the next Beer Tuber Spotlight, because that'll be lucky number 7. So that's where it'll be. And if you haven't seen the one on the Beer Patrol, go back and see that one.
Yeah, don't watch
it. If you haven't seen the one on Red Beer, go back and see that one as well.
Yeah.
If you go back, like Chris Berman, back, you can see the one on Eric as well. So there you go. That all being said, what?
I'm hoping for lucky 13.
Oh, you would be 13. Thanks for everybody that watched. We really appreciate it. Keep drinking all those good craft beers. Look forward to catching you guys next time. Although tonight I had a little bit of whiskey, so you can have something else. You don't have to have beer, but enjoy yourself. Thanks for everybody that was in the chat. Vanessa, and who else do we have, Joe? We have Vanessa. We had
fucking kidding me right
JT.
Whiskey Throttle.
Whiskey Throttle.
Eric Gilbert, Foamy Head, Steven Tunis, fucking Whiskey Throttle, Vanessa Kitty, Joe Gansel, Skyhawk 56, JT Davis, James, Day Shift Beer Reviews. Just a ton of people. Yeah, so shout out to Aussie guy showed up. We said,
Aussie was. You just say Aussie was here earlier.
It's kind of hard to get a comment or 7 in when people are fucking screaming at everyone. So yes, it was here.
Oh my god, the guy with the cross on the forehead is on my news again. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, and I think that's pretty much it. Most of the guys who showed up, like John and Neely and whatnot, popped in. So
make sure you check out John's channel.
Burning Beard, Cody Starr.
Check out Burning Beard as well.
Don't forget, it's all about the beer tube monies.
Yeah.
What is Nick putting there? The beer tube monies. What is something about the $1 bill, y'all?
It shows face on it.
Yeah,
all right.
Hilarious.
You guys, another PA announcement. If you guys have a burning beard, make sure you stop at your local Walmart, pick up some cream for that. Take care of that itch.
All right, that'll be it. We're done with the dad jokes.
Yeah, there you go.
Out here.
Beer tube money.
With the dad
we're almost midnight in the Eastern time zone, depending where you're at, depending on the time
here.
zone where you are. I think Nick's like an hour ahead of us, so he's probably like approaching 1 a.m. So this was a pop-up thing. We do these once in a while, and who knows? Maybe we'll do another one in the next few days.
One last comment, Rod. GSHL TV shows up, says, Rod, you are a legend, my dude. Cheers.
Thanks, brother. GSHL TV out of Canada. And if you want to flip over and catch the late night action, they start at midnight. So they start rolling their channel. So GSHL TV does some funny stuff on their things, and they get after it too. So anybody up late night, night owls, check them out. All right, that's it. We're done. We're out. Finished. See ya.